Hello and welcome to Dwarven Forge Live. This is our Wildlands live game number 2, celebrating our Wildlands Kickstarter, which is live right now until September 2nd. Woo! So we have an intrepid bunch of heroes here who are going to be the second bunch of heroes in the world to try out this terrain and maybe live to tell the tale. They'll be the first ones to be in this particular biome, and we wish them luck. So we've got a pretty short. We got to try and get through this thing lickety split. So I'm going to dive right in. Apples? Who the heck are you? What do you look like? What are you good at, and what are you bad at?
I'm glad you asked, Nate. I've never played Apples before today, so I'm excited to learn what he is. He's a goblin thief rogue. He's a goblin rogue. He's very aggressive. I think that he's looking for glory. He fights his best nature as best he fights his nature as best he can. He wants to be good. He wants to be good. He wants to be good. But the taste of human flesh is delicious.
You have something in common with your neighbor here.
Yeah, I mean but he's here for all the right reasons. He just may sometimes make mistakes.
You made Satine spit. Sorry, I couldn't hold it in any longer.
Amazing. So we're off to a great start. Cailentyr, you also have a fondness for certain flesh, right? Tell us about you. Oh wait. Sorry, what does Apples look like?
Oh, he's like a goblin. He's a short little goblin. He's got war paint all over his face. He used to work in a mine. So he's like a big eyes. He used to work in a mine. He escaped with the help of humans, and he's pledged his entire life to help them until they die, and then he eats them. When nobody's looking.
Salome, what do you tell us? Who are you playing, Satine?
I'm playing Apples' best friend named Salome.
Oh.
Barbarian queen of the jungle. She is a cannibal. She devours her enemies and absorbs their powers. Or at least that's what she believes. And yeah, she's a shifter. Currently, because of one of the last Dwarven Forge games, her...
Oh no.
Oh no!
Well,
she'll be right back.
Okay,
fastest
I'm here.
TPK.
Okay, I'm good. It's just, construction. So, and or heat or humidity, I don't know. Okay, so basically, I forgot what I was saying. But
last game we went to hell. Yeah.
Yeah. So her teammate burned off her fur, so now she's got, like, when you shave a cat, and so they had long hair, but now it's like really short and they're a little too gnarly, skinny looking. That's what she looks like, and her hair's pulled back to hide some of the burn spots because of Joe's character burned all the fur off of her.
So wait, like an Egyptian hairless cat, like those weird, creepy.
Yeah. It's a little shameful to her, but she is like 6'3" and this like warrior, barbarian woman, cat person, queen of the jungle. Yes. She wears loincloth and like the little tiny loincloth over her boobs, and she has a javelin that just sparks every once in a while.
And a whip, right?
Oh, and a whip, yeah.
Nice.
And your mom's muzzle around her neck.
Oh, that's a huge thing. Yes, actually. I brought it with me. Yes. So basically, she encased in gold. She's like a Flava Flav necklace. She wears a muzzle that has a paw coming out of it, and it's her mother's because she ate her mom and devoured her so she could have her powers.
It's how romantic.
Yeah.
All right, Autumn. Tell us about Autumn, Kelly, and what's Autumn good at? What's Autumn look like? What's Autumn bad at?
All right. Autumn is a very large Furbolg Grave Domain cleric. He got his name from the season he was born in, and he associates with that season, which is the season of death and decay, which is what kind of guided him to become a Grave Domain cleric. He is about 7.5 feet tall. He's almost 300 pounds. He has blue skin, black hair pulled back behind his head and tied up. And he has these piercing yellow eyes that he actually wears a small pair of glasses on the end of his nose that he's always peering out through. He considers himself kind of a divine protector of the wildlands. And he likes to he considers himself the kind of barrier between the balance of life and death. He takes people under his wing and likes to protect them in the wildlands, and he likes to basically protect his flock. However, any undead or monstrosities that threaten to unbalance the wilds, those are a danger to him, and he will see to it that they are swiftly destroyed. His flaw is that he is very, very convinced that he has a divine purpose and that he cannot be destroyed until his divine purpose is fulfilled. So he assumes that he's invincible until he has saved the entire world. So he thinks that he has no flaws, and he's willing to walk headfirst into danger, convinced that nothing bad can come of any situation he finds himself in.
And does he have a taste for human flesh?
Surprisingly, no. He's never eaten a human before. He actually really cares for most creatures, unless they're malicious or evil.
So he's like a vegan?
Yeah, let's go with that. He's a vegan.
Okay. A vegan and a cannibal and a human eater. Hey, and Ash, Ember, can you tell us about Ash the bounty hunter?
Well, you guys know, we're just chill here, you know. I'm a Mark of the Shadow elf. I like to take long strolls down blood-soaked rivers. You know, I'm just here doing a job. I'm a bounty hunter, and I never lose my chill, all right? But my biggest flaw has to be is that, you know, if you guys make a plan, you go with the flow, and I'm just going to be hanging back here doing my own thing. So we'll see what happens. But most of all, first and foremost, from hell and back to the first half of Wildlands and back, we always stay chill. Woo!
All right, well, let's see how long we can stay chill. My timer's on about 3 minutes before it goes awry. All right, so, and I am Nate. I'm going to be your dungeon master, and we're going to look at some Wildlands terrain today, hopefully, and hopefully, assuming we can survive the roleplay portion of this episode, and then let's see what happens. So, you guys ready? You got your role-playing hats on and stuff? Okay. Here we go. This is dramatic reading. Dear sir or madam. During the recent blood moon, a grim portent was uncovered. A stalwart party of adventurers, Ash the bounty hunter, she's right down there, Kylie the vengeant, Gorgon Rex the monster hunter, and Orla Knackle the archaeologist, uncovered the existence of a rupture in reality. A massive breach between the prime material plane and the dread Shadowfell. If this rift fully opens, the Shadowfell will pour through, submerging the living world in an apocalyptic shroud of death and darkness. It would be the end of the world as we know it. But there's hope. I'm looking at him over here for you. Ash and her companions destroyed a planar pylon at the summit of Wyverstone Peak. But more importantly, they witnessed a vision in the depths of the ancient oracle pool. They saw the source of this terrible Shadowfell rift deep in the heart of Bleakmire Swamp. There, atop a massive rock formation known as Titan's Tooth, a second planar pylon awaits. They carried this vision to the Pentacle, it's the Mages Conclave of Wilderforge, and with the guidance of these mages, they have formed a plan, which they will not deviate from, Ash. The second pylon must be destroyed, or at least deactivated, before this dread rift can fully open. The Pentacle is located the exact location of Titan's Tooth. It lies in the most dreadful area of the massive marsh, Bleakmire Sorrows. This area is overrun with sorrow nests, a terrible plant from the Shadowfell, so dangerous that none dare travel there. The Pentacle mages believe that they can transport you safely into Bleakmire Sorrows, but time is rapidly running out. By the light of dawn in the morrow, the stars will align, power will surge through the ley lines, and the Shadowfell rupture will tear asunder, destroying everything we know. Now, Ash has gathered a crack team. Autumn the Furball Cleric, Salome the Long-Toothed Shifter Barbarian, Apples the Goblin, Goblin Rogue, Arcane Trickster. The Pentacle has generously armed each of you with 2 potions of healing. Don't use them all at once. And now they're ready to kick you through the teleportation circle. Now we're going to ask this intrepid four. Are you ready to venture forth into Bleakmire Sorrows where none have returned? Are you ready to destroy the planar pylon and save reality as we know it? And do you have any last words?
Yeah, yes, I'm ready. And I, Apple, wish I was a druid.
It is my divine purpose. I am ready.
I go forth. I jump. I'll do like a somersault into the abyss.
It appears he is more ready.
Apples is in. Salome, are you in?
Oh.
I drop down to all fours and
Autumn, are you in?
This-
I am in. It is my divine purpose to do this, and I walk through the portal.
And Ash?
I would like to just saunter in and just turn and say, "Have a great day."
There's
and
a
just
reward.
kind of
Okay.
just kind of chill, walk my way through, you know?
All right, you teleport through the teleportation circle and appear in the heart of Bleakmire Marsh. It's right in the outskirts of the Sorrows. This is a grim, grim stretch of swamp. The hazy gloom permeates everything. The trees and plants are sparse and all sickly, sinister-looking three-pointed purple plants, each as tall as a man. So to Apples, it's like really toweringly tall. They dot the horizon, kind of disappearing into the fog ahead. But luckily, the mages have provided you a ward of protection, a globe of force that surrounds you, that will kind of ward off everything, and should you get you there, maybe even back safely. So bravely inside your bubble, you plunge into the swamp. You trudge for hours and hours through the muck. It's impossible to tell time since the dense mist blocks out the sun. You march deeper and deeper into the darkness. As you get further into the swamp, things get cold and daylight dwindles. You're wet, you're cold, Salome's fur is all bedraggled, a chill is running through you, and worse, dread starts to creep into your hearts. Something is unnatural about this place. Autumn in particular, it is like your whole soul sort of recoils from here. This is not, it's almost as if you're no longer on the prime material plane. You're in some place darker, gloomier, and scarier. But just as you're beginning to lose hope, you see a strange green glow in the mist ahead. What do you do?
I am weary of this glow.
what does it smell like?
Everything smells like muck.
Ugh.
But actually, Sally, you have shifter nose, right? You smell this smell of like flowers, which is strange because everything has just been muck and gloom and darkness and bleh.
Friends, I smell a trap. Smells like daffodils.
Do traps often smell like daffodils?
Well, it seems a bit odd here, doesn't it?
Nate, is that glow similar to the one from the cave?
From the top of the mountain, from the pylon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now that you sort of think it is. There's sort of a very gentle pulse that reminds you of the pylon that you destroyed atop Wyverstone Peak.
Okay. I'll turn to everyone and be like, guys, if I know anything, I know that there are dragons that spark from that thing, or wyverns, the little poison ones, but it doesn't matter. They're all dangerous. I just kind of feel like, yeah, that's where we're headed right there. So I feel like we should get a pecking order now. I'm gonna go ahead and sift back here into the shadows, and let's trolley forth, friends.
I'll take the front. I'll take the front.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely fine.
I'm gonna start to move forward. I'm gonna take the front, Nate.
So who's in the front? I'm not sure. I'm not clear about this.
Apples in the front, Nate. Apples in the front. I'm in the front.
And I'm just like crawling behind him, like off to like the right side, just kind of keeping low and pretty much trying to protect Apples.
I would like to just kind of touch Apples on the shoulders just a little bit and be like, Apples, you gotta chill. You gotta. It's fine, man. Like, just think of how many more things that you can kill if you're quiet right now, and then you can do another one of those flippity-doo-dah things.
I'm gonna go in front. I'm gonna take
Okay, that's fine. You're the leader, man.
Well, he's doing it quietly now. He's doing it quietly now.
Yeah.
That's you.
Apple quiet.
I'm doing great.
I will stand behind the two that are taking the front and softly protect. I will be behind you. I will have your backs should danger come.
Salome, what are you when you say you're crawling, what are you doing? Are you a cat?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a cat
Oh.
person, shifter person.
Okay,
I
good.
normally walk on 2 legs, but when you're like in your rogue mode, I'm following you down at your level because I'm so tall. So I'm just trying to do like this.
Oh, good. I go over to you. Nate, I go over to the shifter, and I say to you, you and I fight. We fight together. And I take a necklace. Take out a necklace, and I take a ring, and I go, put this on. Put this on. And I give you a necklace.
Uh-huh.
So I will now take half your damage.
So as you slide on the
Ah.
ring, there's a magical, you see that there's a little filament of magic connects the two of you for a moment. You feel his heartbeat and your heartbeat get into sync for a moment. It's kind of exhilarating, Apples. She's got like this bestial heartbeat that's...
We work together.
Share my love. That'll be wonderful.
So as this is happening, Nate, I would like to just sink back into my bubble as much as I can find shadows in this globe of force. And
It's uncomfortably
just-
tight in there. Like you're kind of like closer together than maybe you wish you were.
it's just I want out of this bubble so bad.
Are you guys?
I
Yeah.
also feel like I'm sticking out like a sore thumb, being
Yes.
7 foot tall and having no weight. Like I'm not crouching. I'm just standing there above everybody.
Everybody else is
blue
all
and
slinky,
shiny.
and you're this towering bastion of light. You guys gonna head forward?
Yeah, I start to make my way. Nate, I'm gonna take like I'll go like 30 feet or 50 feet forward.
I guess you guys are gonna move as a group because you're stuck in this bubble, so you can't. You kind of
Yeah.
have to be. It's like a gerbil ball.
I'm
Is
going
there
along.
so Nate? Is there a way that we can like dirty up our little bubble to make it less?
Unfortunately, it's impervious to both harm and dirt.
You spit on the side and just rub some
Then-
dirt in there.
Then I choose to hide in the shadow of Autumn,
Perfect.
Then-
That's
since
poetic.
he's a ginormous person.
I hide
It
in the
is a
shadow
mighty
of
shadow.
It is, and I just need it in my life a little
Then
bit
as
right
you
now.
go, I'll climb on the back of Salome. I'll like kind of climb back on the back of you as a cat. You go into combat, I'm with you.
Like little goblin He-Man. This is great.
This, this happens a lot to her. I think.
It does. It does.
Is it okay? Is it okay? Is it okay?
So you guys plunge forward, and suddenly, sort of without warning, this mist. You've been going through thick, dark, black mist. You can't see the sun, and the mist suddenly gives way, and two things happen. One, the bubble sort of contracts and disappears, and two, you step out into a warm. It's like there's a sort of pocket in the mist, and there's like it is warm and verdant and green. And beautiful and shining, and a complete departure from where you've been. And it stirs something inside you, Autumn. Like you feel nature is like, normally nature like whispers and sings to you. Nature's like screaming at you. And Salome, you feel like all your bestial instincts are picking up, and Apples, everything smells kind of like human flesh around. It's just delightful. And Ash, you just chill.
Yeah,
And
just
it looks
chill,
it
man.
looks a little like this. Wait,
Hey!
get a little wider. Maybe more.
Beautiful.
It looks a little like. Wait. All right, so it's this dark.
Oh,
There's this dark swamp. So imagine there's a bubble around this, right? So anything that's out of here, you can't go off the table. You're trapped. There's mist around of all of this, but there seems like is a kind of an otherworldly place. There's glowy plants and there's sort of pollen floating in the air. And if you're not mistaken, Autumn, you feel like you are more in touch with nature than you've ever been before. And the most
it's so
noteworthy-
loud here. I need to up my Kickstarter pledge.
I wanna say, Dwarven Forge is the raddest thing in the world.
Yeah.
So right
That is accurate.
right in front of you, there is in the ground. There is a. Ooh, can you get in close on it? There's a large circular disc that is carved with looks like some sort of magical runes and it's glowing. It's pulsing gently. It's pulsing so brightly it blows out the camera. In fact, it's a gentle green glow. It's pulsing. Oh, and off in the distance, wait, yonder, you see Ash. You see something that immediately piques your interest. Off in the far distance, there's that reddish light all the way in the back up there. You see that? On that bit of rock, that looks exactly like the planar pylon that you destroyed a fortnight ago under the Blood Moon. That is what you must destroy.
Yep, that's it. I tell that to good old Autumn and Apples and Salome, you know, and just say, hey, that's the thing we're after right there. That's gonna be like, we're gonna climb up there. There's gonna be some wind that happens. There's gonna be a really quick wyvern. So I feel like we gotta come up with a plan for this. Like, I feel like this is where we need to go right here.
Wind cannot stand up to my mighty holiness.
Oh my God, we're in so much trouble.
I'm just like looking around, trying to figure out.
Don't say it out loud.
Nothing bad will come to us, I assure you. You are under my protection.
I point at the flower. That's the trap.
So what do you guys?
Does Autumn get the sense that this is a natural, this glowing disc in front of us? Does it feel natural to me, or does it feel very unnatural?
It feels highly magical. It is not of nature. It was made by some sentient something. But you feel like you've never been more at home or at peace than this sort of than where you are now. There's something. This place is like, this is, your soul yearns to be in a place like this.
Ah, my animal friends.
Autumn, maybe, you know, I'm not skilled in magic, you know, I just throw a boomerang every now and again and just see what happens. Maybe you can, figure out what that thing is, you know?
Of course. I approach the glowing light cautiously, because although I understand that it's magical and but it's not of nature, so I'm a little cautious around it. But I approach and I stare into the light and see what I can see.
What languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elvish, and Giant.
So you note the runes on it are Elvish, but they seem they're not a standard dialect. It seems like some sort of ancient or high dialect. You think it might be Eladrin, ancient Eladrin runes. And you notice, interestingly, there's like a little flowing filament, sort of purple flowing filament that kind of flutters in the breeze. It's like a little thread, a glowing thread that's kind of tethered to the center of it, that's just sort of wisping there in the air.
Can I surmise anything from the Elven, or is it beyond my like comprehension? Does it give me any clues to what this might be?
Yeah, do you want to take some time to check it out?
If everybody's cool with that, I can take a few minutes.
Does anybody else want to do anything while he's investigating this?
Yeah. I'll climb over behind. Apples will climb over behind the pylon or the rock that's sticking up.
Yeah.
And I'll check. I'll just make sure. I'm gonna check behind that to make sure there's nothing back there, and/or that is that a globe that's on there?
It is.
First of all, Nate, can I just say the build is incredible?
Oh, thank you.
I know.
Wait till we go in and get a little closer look. You're gonna buckle up.
So I'm gonna. If I don't see anything behind that, I'm gonna climb to the top of that rock.
Okay.
And stand there with a bow, ready to shoot anything that pops out of this circle from hell.
Salome, what do you want to do?
I'm going to take the other side, so basically just protect Autumn.
And Ash, what about you?
Well, you know, I see some bushes over here. So I'm gonna go and hide in bushes.
Okay, so, as you, so a couple of things happen. Salome, as you're moving over there. Give me a perception check. And Autumn, give me either an investigation or Arcana check. Whoa! Nat 20. Way to waste it on a perception check.
26.
Everything.
Nate,
I get an
can I roll
18.
stealth?
Yeah, give me some stealth. All right.
Oh,
Whoa. All right, so, so
22.
Autumn, it looks like the from what you can discern, these runes. It looks like there's 4 different quadrants of runes, which each seem to be linked to something, and it seems like it's some sort of binding magic or protection magic or something of. But it seems like really like it was. This was made by like uber high level, powerful, artifact level like craziness. Salome, you hear a sound. You are very in touch. Right? You're a animal whisperer, right? You hear what sounds like the whimpering of an animal coming off from to your left, down below, off in this direction, over there.
I go low and I'm like, and I point at it. I kind of snap my fingers so my friends can do like hand signals so they can see what I'm growling at.
And Ash, so you slink into the bushes and kind of disappear. And Apples, as you climb on you don't notice anything strange behind the little standing stone. But as you're climbing up, you notice this purple filament that's in the middle of the glowing circle there. You recognize it as a memory thread, a memory strand.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I have that spell. Oh, maybe I don't.
You did this morning. Yeah.
I did. I will try to read it.
All right. So Salome, you wander off over to the edge here to kind of see what that noise is. Apples grabs the thread. Autumn was checking this thing out, and Ash is hidden. All right. So the memory thread is you hear a beautiful voice, a beautiful like musical voice, woman's voice, and it sounds elvinish to you. It's at least haughty and like very proper. And she says, "I leave this memory in the event that a future emergency demands knowledge of our great achievement here. With the binding of this weave, I have secured the safety of the Cailentyr Empire. I am about to shelter my people behind a veil, protected from the encroaching threats of this plane. This weave should last eternally, as long as the 4 bindings hold. The wellspring gives a free flow of magic to sustain the weave. This water must continue to flow for the magic to sustain. The mana stave harnesses the magic from the ley lines to begin the weave. The glow globe's light spills upon this codex vault and helps the weave grow like a sapling. And the seal of binding secures the ties of this weave."
Did everyone else hear that as well, or is it just Apples? Because if it's just Apples, I eat.
I think it was one of those really powerful old memory things that projects out to the whole group.
I think that's that. I think that's that.
What? Somebody say something?
Yeah.
I feel like I should understand this.
I think there was some math involved, and
Yeah, there's 4
okay.
things you need to look for. So
with an intelligence of 10, she has no idea what that person was talking about.
Okay, there's 4 things to look for.
the wellspring.
I need the memory again.
Yeah, the wellspring, the flowing water of the wellspring.
Okay.
The mana stave plunged into the ground to pull the magic out of the ground. The glow globe to shed light upon the weave so it'll grow, and the seal of binding to tie it.
Who wrote that down?
You did.
I'm working on it.
Oh, nice. Thank
I'm
you.
working on it. What was the glow?
The glow globe.
The glow globe.
Yeah, and you.
Ain't that a good club, I
Ash.
feel like.
Yeah. You recognize the Cailentyr Empire that was mentioned. This was when you were up in the Wyverstone Peak areas. That was those ruins there were ruins of Cailentyr. They were Cailentyr make.
So, I'll tell all the people, in the group, Apple, Salome, Autumn, like, look, guys, I was in a cave and there was a whole bunch of ruins similar to this stuff. And the queen felt so bad they didn't make it, guys. I just want to let you guys know. So if we needed to destroy stuff, don't feel bad. They didn't make it. They died a long time ago. I just want to let you guys know that first and foremost. But I do remember distinctly there was a were-tiger that popped out of a rift that came from the Shadowfell, and I feel like I should probably alert you to maybe rifts opening here and there. I just feel like that might be a thing that might be valuable. So just watch your back, guys.
As Ash is saying that, Salome's been backing up slowly towards where that animal was.
Okay.
And so she probably has made it pretty far. She just keeps nodding her head, but then like looking over and just kind of keep continuing to move towards it, like trying to pretend she's paying attention.
All right. So
I'm
Salome.
assuming she has to use the restroom, so I'm just gonna I don't want to embarrass her in front of the group.
So there's a cliff about 10 feet steep. Can you go up high so we can see thing? And you've got dark vision, right?
I've got dark vision. I've got shifter jump, tiger jump.
Yeah.
I've got long jump. I've got sateen jump. I've got all the jump.
And you have and you have really good perception. Yeah. So okay, you got a 20 something, right? 26.
26.
All right. So it seems like there's a cliff, about a 10-foot cliff down here, and then this looks like murky water down here, and then there's some more dry land over here, and you see what looks like twitching of it looks like a quadruped, sort of twitching. It looks like it's, you see these like big purple plant things over there? It looks like it's caught in like those purple plant things over there. And you sort of see it twitching, whining, something right around there.
That's really far.
Yeah, it's about 10, 20, 30, just about 60 feet, just beyond, like just to the edge of your dark vision.
Okay, I go back to the group. Something's caught.
Meanwhile, as Autumn was sort of poking around on this circle, Ash, you see that there's like a little sort of pulse on the circle, and around the pylon in the distance, there's like a little, there's a pulse around the pylon too. It reminds you of when you were in the Wyverstone Peak up there. There was a sort of a shield of force around the pylon there, and it reminds you very much of that. And if you're not mistaken, you're guessing that this circle here is sort of holding up the shield of force over there, similar to up in the Wyverstone Peak. It was the base was holding a shield. You think this is connected to the sort of thing that was sealing at the pylon in.
Okay. Cool. Hold on. Let me write that down.
So, let me go around real quick, because I don't know what's going on with Salome. Do I see an orb that was called out?
Yeah, there's this green orb up here, and it's kind of it's like a dim light, but somehow magically powered, coming from that stone.
But could this be the orb that was talked about in the thought bubble?
If the Dungeon Master had been smarter, he would have put something that wasn't orb-shaped there. So you're thinking that maybe it's not the orb that you're looking for, in the interest of time.
Fair enough.
That's my first one, too.
I'll sit there and work on the orb. I found it! I found the orb!
You have the right idea looking for a round LED, but this is maybe the wrong round LED.
Fair enough.
So, Nate, what's over here behind me? Like, since I'm over in the bushes.
So let's so if you kind of scan around, and you've got dark vision, it's hard to see too far out. You can see some sort of glowing plant-like thing out yonder. There's some sort of glowing round something over there. And then off to your right, it looks like there's some sort of ruins with gently glowing globes.
Okay.
Arms! Arms!
Yes, apples. Yes. Look, let's get the group together. Let's investigate that one.
Yeah,
That
we
looks
should split
closest.
up. We should always split up.
No, that's not how this works.
It's
Never.
better if you all
yes,
stay close to me.
Salome, yes, sweetie. Did you
She's
finish
raising
your
her
business
hand.
over there?
And she just like kicks a foot back, and then it's like there's somebody's trapped. And remember, I said there was those plants, the flowers. I think they're trapped in the flowers,
There's
Or
somebody
okay.
trapped. Wow.
but they're whining.
So I think we take a group vote. Do we go that way and save what possibly might be a trap, or go to the glowing stuff that might possibly be a trap?
I say we go for the trap.
Flesh. Go to the flesh.
The flash. All right.
Flesh. The flesh.
That's one for flash. Where are we going?
Eat the flesh.
We should protect.
The
those in
flesh
need.
or the
Protect the flesh.
the flesh, not the flesh. Okay, so that's one for that way. Salome.
She's like trying to make a decision, and it hurts, and she's starting to freak out. She's like,
So I will kind of assume because Salome is already over there that that's the direction she wants to go. Autumn, what do you got, buddy?
I'm in agreement. I think if we can help somebody in need, then that is important.
Well, in my history of bounty hunting, let me tell you guys, that person's already dead. I'm just gonna go on a limb and tell you guys that if you guys want to go and loot the body, I'm all for that.
You don't
Cats-
understand. Death
cats
has
gotta
no
eat.
meaning.
Yeah, to you maybe, but I'm just letting you guys know.
If they
That
died
looks extra sketchy. Do you guys see anything else in here?
Apple, up.
The whole place looks sketchy, I won't lie.
I'll start to make my way over. Nate, I'm going to try to go over to the. I'm gonna bring up my little cursor thing. What I want to do here is I think I want to go over to this little cliff area here.
Yep.
Can I just skirt to the left and go there?
So
That's nice. I mean, I don't want to go without everyone, but that's where I'm going to start to move towards.
So you do
Okay.
notice as you get over here, there's it looks like a hole burrowed into the ground. There's fresh earth there, and there's like
Okay.
a really inviting red glow coming from inside of it.
I can't imagine what could possibly go wrong. Nate, if I get closer to that, I'm going to use my my sneak ability, and I'm going to take a. I'm gonna take my dagger. I'm gonna take my short sword out, and I'm gonna put the edge of my short sword over and see into the reflection and look down and see if I can see anything down there.
You don't see anything down there. There's it's sort of a weird red. There's like red crystals down there, and it looks like a burrowed earth. But there's like a strange sort of air suction that's like kind of pulling your sword in, and you have to hold it to keep it from getting sucked in.
Okay. I'll actually return to the group. I'm assuming they're heading our way. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured we're all headed toward this poor thing that's gonna get us killed. So
Sure. Let me
Yeah.
point out exactly what's gonna kill us. I'll point out the fact that this thing has an air current sucking in air.
So there's
And I don't know what it is, but it's not good.
all right,
Um,
and from over here also, Apples, you can see. It looks like there's something slightly moving and twitching over here, sort of buried in one of these purple plants.
Is it human figure? Is it like humanoid?
No, it looks like a quadruped.
Okay.
And also, you have an eye for. I mean, you're a rogue after all, an arcane trickster. You see glinting there. You see something sort of green and glowing in the middle of all these purple plants.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. Oh, jeez. All right, I'll go back and report everything I just saw, and I'll say to people, what do we do? Should I attack with a? Should I hit it with a bow? I can hit it with a bow.
You know what? I feel like that might work. You hit it with the bow.
I'll hit it with
Yeah, you hit it with the bow, and let's make sure nothing's gonna come out of that thing to bite us in the butt. You know, I just feel like, Nate, this is what I want to do.
Yep.
I would like to look on my jacket as Apples is loading up
Yep.
the bow. I want to look on my vest, and I want to pull out some caltrops,
Okay.
and I just want to like kind of start tossing them into the hole, like where the air's going into it.
Okay. You see him sort of just suck in and disappear. And give
I
me
just want to see if they come out
give
anywhere.
me a perception check.
Oh,
We're gonna die.
What did you get?
sorry, I haven't rolled it yet.
Oh.
Sorry. Ugh.
Oh,
18.
18.
Oh.
All right, you hear a very, very distant sound of like metal on stone.
It will teleport. It will teleport. What? Throw something bigger. Throw something bigger.
I am bigger.
Oh, nice.
I immediately go try to pick up the 7'2", 7'3" Furbolg with my tiny little elf arms, and I'm trying to like throw him in the same manner, but trying to be nice about the fact that he's bigger than me. Just like, oh, you know, maybe just give a little hop, you know.
Autumn,
It's
do you
just-
want to go in or do you resist her?
You know, let's do it. Let's do
Alright.
it. Let's.
No.
Here's my,
So-
here's my purpose.
All right,
I will be
ready?
okay.
1, 2.
I try to stop it. I try to stop it. Never split the group.
Okay. So give me a apples. Give me a strength check, and Autumn, give me a strength check. Impose
Well,
strength
I'm in
check.
the
you're
mix
you're the one
too.
pushing him, right? Yeah. So
I'm trying to help him,
All right,
like
so
picking up a leg, maybe. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm very heavy.
Ooh.
Can I use Can I try to trip him instead of?
yeah. Or you kind of grapple him and just grab him, like pull him back.
Yeah, I want to use like an athletics check. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sure. Give me a. And what did you get, Autumn? You got a.
I got 12.
I got 17.
Ooh, okay, so Apples like runs over and like wraps himself around your legs and grabs onto him and he's grabbing the dirt and making a huge fuss, and he kind of like tangles you up like right on the edge of the thing, and you can feel your face kind of like getting sucked into the and he's like
Is it unpleasant? Is this experience like? Do I regret my decision as soon as I feel this pull?
It's unusual, but it's not unpleasant. It's kind of after being in a nasty swamp. It's like a kind of like a reverse air conditioner. It's like a beautiful air.
I'm becoming dry.
We don't split the group. Why do you?
Look, Apples, you were gonna shoot the plant. We were gonna look at this thing.
Okay, but let's just say one target at a time. One target.
Oh, fine,
I will
Apples.
stay.
Okay.
Apples, I will
well,
stay to
Just,
protect you.
just chill, Apples. Just chill. Just
Try to
shoot.
stay alive.
Look.
Try to stay alive. Save the world. We are trying to save the world.
So Nate, I want to slowly back away.
Yep.
Be like, see, Apples, you're right. Now shoot the plant. All
Okay,
right.
I'll take a shot at the plant.
All right. It's it's like an 8-foot tall immobile plant. Like I'm not even gonna make you make a hit roll. If you can't hit this thing, you don't deserve. You're gonna revoke your rogue card. So which one do you want to hit?
I'll
one?
hit the one that's devouring the creature.
Okay. So you hit it with your crossbow bolt. You can give me some damage.
Okay, sure. It's a short bow, just so you know.
Sorry, you hit it with your arrow from your
Yeah.
cool goblin short bow.
Total damage 29.
What?
Because sneak attack. But
All right.
I will.
so-
I'll let you just. 9.
So the purple thing sort of like closes up, and you hear like sort of terrible sound. It sounds like a dog being crushed. It's like sound distressing. You see these like legs. There's like back legs that are starting like kicking and flailing, and the sound of like it's sort of like a puppy getting crushed in a car door.
It was a good shot. Well, we tried.
I can save it.
Well,
I'm with you. I'll go.
So, how since they're very dead set on saving this poor animal now, how far from? Sorry, let me get my mouse. Move my pad here.
It's about
How far from here to here?
60 feet.
How far from here to here?
Where? I'm sorry. Where? From where to where?
Jumping.
Do it again.
Oh, sorry. From here to here?
From the edge of this, it's 10, 20 feet. If you
Cool. And then from here to here.
do it again. From there to
Sorry,
there. That's about
from here.
that's about 10, right here.
Okay, so this is what I want to do. I want to like pull my jacket off and just I'm gonna get some spikes.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna get some rope.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna try to maneuver two spikes.
Yep.
One here, one with rope going down this way.
Okay.
Like maybe I can grapple hook something.
Ooh.
Right, and then one going this way so we can kind of swarm it and not be
Cool.
surrounded.
All right. So while she's doing this crazy, she's rigging up this awesome climbing gear. What does anybody else want to do? Salome, what are you gonna do?
oh, I walk over to the edge, kind of look at Ash curiously. I shift, and then I do my jump. I think I've got like plus 10 plus
Yeah.
like 10, plus 10 feet plus other feats. I have lots of feats.
I
Alright,
jump on her back.
Oh yeah, definitely Apples is with me.
All right. So,
So if they do that, I'll only do one. As I see them like, and I'm like,
I also have boots that let me jump.
So everybody jumps down while Ash is like securing this like 3-point line with like safety harnesses and like, it's like
You're securing the line, and I just run and I leap over top of you elegantly, and I have boots of striding and springing, so I just leap 30 feet.
so if they do that, I'm just gonna be like, hey, grab this hook. So I'll just touch. I've already started. I'm committed to it now, baby. So yeah, I'll throw it over and then I'll just like zip line over. Just-
grappling hook. Finally, the grappling hooks are in the.
Ash, thank you. It makes it easier for us to go back.
Retreat.
Oh yes.
All right.
They said,
So
I look at them and I
oh,
wink.
So everybody that's landed down here, give me a intelligence save. Give me a DC 14 intelligence save, please. Everybody except for Ash.
Is that canted? Oh, that's 9. Nope.
I don't make it.
Me neither.
The idea that I made it is
Yeah.
shocking.
Yeah. So when you land down there, you smell. Like, what's your favorite food? Wait, no, it's not food. It's it's the wrong creature. Okay, so they land Apples. You notice Salome immediately gets kind of like stiff, and then her shoulders kind of slump strangely. It's weird because she was like in like perfect, like all her muscles moving, and then suddenly she kind of like does this thing, and her body like kind of relaxes under you, and she kind of hunches forward, and she just starts ambling forward towards the purple plant in front of you. Autumn, you look over and you see Autumn has he's normally like standing with his like shield up and his thing, and he's kind of like his shield's kind of lowered, and he's like stumbling forward towards the plant over here.
Right.
I like plants.
Okay. I immediately I realized that this is a spell effect and or some kind of enchantment. I am going to immediately try to wake up Salome and try to snap her out of it. So I'll take I'll take my dagger and like give her a quick stab in the side.
Okay.
Apple, wake up! Wake
All
up!
right. So give me a damage roll. Are you gonna throw your sneak attack damage on there?
Yeah, do it.
No.
What is wrong with you? Why would I do such a horrible thing?
You don't need to make a hit roll. You got her. You can't miss her. You got her back. You got her.
Sorry, let me.
Just give me damage. I want to.
I know. Okay. It is 10 damage, which I would have. I would get her for 10.
Okay, give her 5. Just a little like.
Yeah, that's good.
All right,
and
so
I take 3. I take 3.
Oh yeah, because you have the ring.
Yeah.
Shared suffering. All right, so she leans forward and starts like placing her head down a thing, and you stab her in the thigh, and she sort of kind of like snaps to for a moment. Meanwhile, you look over at Autumn, and he's walked over and he's placing his head down in the middle of this plant, and you look, seeing this one, there's all these suckers. It's like being on the inside of an octopus, and he's like laying his head down sort of in this thing, like he's just gonna take a wonderful nap inside this like alien octopus.
Plants are my friends. I feel at peace here.
Ash, they're charmed, Ash.
So can I, so did I see what Apple said to Salome?
Yeah.
Before he puts his head in, can I like swing my boomerang and try to hit him in the head?
Yeah. Called shot
Like
on
knocking his head
yeah.
like out of it?
Sure.
Yeah. Fingers crossed you're not gonna be plant food. Does an 18 hit?
What's your...
Yes.
Woo! Just barely,
My AC
right?
is 17.
Woo! All right, so he'll give me some damage.
I'm going for that non-lethal.
Got it. So
5.
So you're leaning your head into this thing, and bang! This boomerang sort of ricochets off your head, spirals back into her hands, and you kind of come to, and you just see this like mass of like suckers and like little tendrils in there, and realize that this is something that's attacking your mind. You feel like it's psionically attacking you.
I do not like these plants anymore.
I would like to throw my javelin in one.
Okay. Which
my javelin of lightning.
No, which one?
The one that was trying to get
the one
me
right
to...
in front of you?
Yeah, I hate that guy.
Okay. So you just want to like jab it right into the in the center of it. It's
14 to hit.
no problem. It's a big non-stationary stationary thing. So you give me some damage.
Okay, so it's it has to make a dex save, DC 13.
Oh man, I don't have any physical dice.
Let me roll for you.
Oh yeah, perfect. And can you get I have a tray of dice in the build room on to the left of my desk on the build room. There's a big tray full of dice.
Let me reroll.
Reroll.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
What did I miss? What did I miss? You get first roll, right? Yeah.
He got a nat 1
All right,
first
perfect.
time around.
First try. It's amazing.
Perfect.
So you blast lightning energy into this thing, and it
Plus 2. 17 plus 2.
So 19 points of lightning damage. All right. So this thing plus the piercing damage too, right? Doesn't it? Or is that included?
Yes, it's 1d6.
Got it. Plus all the.
2.
All right. So Salome reaches up and jams her javelin down to the center of this thing, and it sort of closes and sort of flaps all around. It sort of sprays out like purple ichor and like sort of drops to the ground, flaccid.
Nice. Good. I hope you have more of those.
Prototypes.
I grab my javelin back and kind of shake the ichor off.
All right, Autumn, what do you want to do?
So now that I'm free of the mind games that this plant is playing on me, I look over to the one that has eaten the creature, and I'm going to go and I'm going to turn to it, and I'm going to Apples, you shot that one, right? And did a bit of damage?
Yes.
20
Cool. Yeah, then I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the plant.
Ooh.
So it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw against 16.
Ooh. Matt, can you make another save for me? First try. Wait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, because it's already taken damage, I get to do 3d12
Woo!
damage. Where are my d12s? There they
That
are.
spell I've just never taken, and I should have taken the entire time.
I got dice now.
So just setting up the dice. There we go.
Big money.
Look at that.
All right. 20 damage. Oh wait, plus 4. 24 damage.
Yeah.
All right, so this thing, what type of damage is it? Necrotic?
It's necrotic.
Oh, so the thing just sort of wilts and like melts away. And what you see lying that was inside of it is it's like a dog, a blue and green dog with sort of beautiful dapples on it. And you're no stranger to the woods. It looks like it was a blink dog, but it's dead now. It looks like its head was just recently crushed.
Do I know blink dogs to be friendly or not friendly?
Friendly. Sometimes when they want to be.
Okay, let's go back to the teleport.
Well, you see Autumn right next to you. You see there's a glowing green like staff.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I approach the staff and I'm just gonna go for it, and I grab the staff.
You are very.
Divine purpose.
Divine
purpose now.
So you feel magic energy, like arcane energy, is like just pouring through this thing. It's like kind of grabbing onto a lightning rod. What do you want to do with it?
Is it like easily removed from the ground? Does this look like one of the items that we're supposed to obtain? I actually, as I'm reaching for it, I turn to Ash.
I'm on the ledge now, just like flipping through my book.
Yeah, it sounds like the mana stave that was.
Yeah, that's the staff, the mana stave.
And actually, you saw one up in the in Wyverstone Peak. You saw a mana stave.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe we should take care of those other flowers first. Maybe a little fire. Just fix that, just in case they want to reach out and touch somebody. You know.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm reaching for the staff. I don't know if somebody else. I feel like I've already killed one of the flowers, so if somebody else wants to do some flower killing.
Yeah,
cool.
I'll cast Firebolt.
All right.
18.
To hit.
Yeah, take. How do you do 3? I don't know how to do 3. 6, 10. There's gotta be a better way to do it.
Yeah, there's a.
12.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's me. I think. So if you click the add
You
button
can just keep adding
on
them
the
to
side here, you can add them there.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right, so the fire hits this thing, and it starts like flailing around and bubbling, and these sort of bursts into like a huge pillar of flame. It looks like it's very vulnerable to fire. It's sort of...
I fired it.
All right, so
Good job, Apples.
Nate, once that one's gone, since it's not very close to the edge, I'll come down with the group now.
okay. And Autumn, are you gonna pull that thing?
Before I do, is it possible for me to cast Spare the Dying on this dog?
Sure.
Cool.
Don't miss it. It's
How?
It's a nice.
Yeah, it's been like what? It's been a few rounds. Yeah.
Yeah. You touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable, but I can cast it at range, so I just kind of point my hand towards it, and it still is at 0 hit points, but it is no longer dead. It is stable. And yeah, then I'm going to reach for the staff and grab it.
There's one more flower.
Oh, right.
I cast another.
Another firebolt.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we can just use this torch if you want to save that spell slot.
No, it's a cantrip.
Free.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So,
All right.
Is the creature coherent? Because I would like to speak with it.
It's breathing, but it's unconscious. It's just lying there. It looks like a massive blink dog. Like just,
I would like
like
to
a huge, like a
speak
mastiff
with it.
of a blink dog. It's unconscious.
Well, yeah. I would like to cast Speak with Animals, and then I would like to go near it and kind of sing it a lullaby to soothe it, like
Okay.
subconsciously, so
Okay.
that if it wakes up, it doesn't bite us.
Okay. And Autumn, are you pulling the sword out of the stone, as it were?
Let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
So,
Give me a strength check.
All right.
And Ash, what are you sewing?
as I see Salome over there trying to like soothe the dog, I'll just walk over and pour a potion of healing into its mouth.
I don't know if this is a good use of potion. Let's eat the dog. Eat the dog. Why are we saving the blink dog? Eat the dog. Save the world. Eat the dog.
It may be able to help us.
Inside voice.
All right.
I only get a 6 on my
So
strength check.
you try as you might, but this thing is like just driven into the ground. It seems like you might need a little more strength in this department. It budged a tiny bit, but it's not going anywhere right now. Meanwhile, yeah. The dog wakes so it wakes up and it kind of like looks around, startled and confused, and then it looks over at Salome and it kind of cocks its head at you.
What happened? How did you get trapped in here?
Oh, hunger,
What?
hunger, run,
You're hungry?
run, dark sky. It sort of looks, it nuzzes, it points up to the sky with its nose and sort of crouches down and hides.
Did you just fall here?
Well, you if you look up at the sky, you see that there's this massive, there's like a black scar in the sky that's kind of like pulsating. It looks like the sort of fabric of reality itself is kind of parting up there. And you see it's sort of undulating. And as you look closer, it looks almost like there's thousands and thousands of skeletal hands that are like trying to like tear at the fabric of reality above the sky, above your head.
I take out some of my jerky that that's my rations, and I feed it to him, and I look up and I'm
It
like,
ravenously eats the.
everyone, I don't think that is good. Puppy, you can join us if you want to be protected. We would enjoy your company.
It nuzzles up against you. Says more,
And I give him more.
and then
Save the world.
I have
So-
a friend.
So when that's happening, I'll see that Autumn obviously needs help, and I'm assuming Apples just wants to do commentary on this dog. Apples, would you mind helping? Autumn, as big as he is, probably, needs a little bit more help.
And I'll go swing around it and try to use like some
centripetal
some
force.
force to pull it out.
Cool. Give me acrobatics.
Yeah, +5. Woo!
Nice.
17.
All right, so Apples like does this like crazy spiraling thing around him, and then lands on his thing and poof, pops it up right over his head, triumphant as the 7-foot furball just kind of stares down incredulous at him.
It was a twist top, I understand.
I'll hand the staff to
All right,
Autumn.
so when you do that, you go. There is like a flicker and
What?
one of the quadrants of light goes out on the circle.
Okay. Where's the right thing?
So guys, I think I figured this out. All right, that's the seal. We gotta find the other 2 items that are somewhere in here.
3.
We gotta find 3.
items.
Whatever, DM. I think that's the seal. You know, whatever. You
We
know.
all need to chill.
Yeah, we just need to chill. That's right, Apples. You tell them. Chill.
Let's go jump in the transporter.
Okay, and I look at the dog and I say, "What is your name?"
Food.
Grip Grub?
Grip, grip.
This is Grib Grub, everybody. He's going to be joining us on our adventure.
Mighty name, Grip Grub.
Yeah, it's great. And I just
As soon as
Thank
anyone
you.
turns around and stops paying, Apples tries to eat the dog. Apples is so uninterested in this dog. It's
All right, so
ridiculous.
you guys start. Where are you headed?
Could you pan out for me?
Yeah. And on out.
This is so cool. Oh my god.
So you guys are here. There was the sucking thing here. There were blue glowy things over there. There's who knows what's over
Guys,
here.
I think that we should see. I actually think that we should go and see if that transporter goes someplace.
Yeah.
Can we go back to? I'm gonna go back to that.
Well, guys, I definitely have this grapple hook set up here.
There's
you
a
know, we
very
can just
nice
slide on back up.
Nice, Ash.
Right?
So,
We got the hand clamps. We can make this happen.
So
yeah.
as you guys turn around to head over there, Apples takes a big chomp out of the flank of this this blink dog, and it sort of it sort of there's a little teleport poof bamf, and it you see a little sort of a distant bamf and and you're not sure where it went, but
Your friend is gone.
What happened? Where'd he go?
Apples.
Where'd he go?
Apples, did you bite the dog?
I didn't do anything.
I believe you.
Thank
Very
you.
good.
Thank you, Autumn. As we go over to this red suck machine, I'm now gonna pick up a rock
Yep.
and I'm gonna throw it in and see if I can assess where it comes out.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna grab a handful of ball bearings, which I carry in my
Whoa. Yeah.
and now I'll drop a bunch of them so
Okay.
that there's like
There's just like 1,000 ball bearings like everywhere. Okay.
not 1,000,
You're so heavy.
1,000,000.
2 million.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So you throw like 5 million ball bearings down into this hole, right? And just and they go shooting and there's like a beat, and then you hear bloop, 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 and it sounds like behind you guys in the darkness. You can't quite see back there, but somewhere behind you in the darkness over here, you hear splooshing like a whole bunch of ball bearings like shooting out into landing in water.
In water. Oh,
Yes.
that's-
I must say, Apples, the grinding sound that those made make me thankful that you stopped me from stepping in there.
You're welcome.
So we're not going in, or we are going in?
I don't know. It's the grinding sound concerns me, but it does sound like it's a teleporter. But when he dropped them in, there was the sound.
Nate,
Yeah.
Nate is someone that never follows the plan. I'm going in the hole.
All right, so Ash dives in. There's a beat. Does anybody want to do anything?
I'll listen.
I look concerned.
All right, so Ash, you get sucked down into this thing, and it is a rocky tunnel, but it's full of like these weird glowing red crystals, and it pulls you underwater. Give me a Constitution save, the DC 13.
Oh please, be.
Oh.
Oh no!
All right, so you go
Oh, my
swooshing under. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage, hit your head on a rock, and lose consciousness.
Oh no.
Question.
Yeah.
Would I possibly have gotten an inspiration for following character traits?
Yes, you would.
Can I use that for this role right
Sure,
now?
sure.
are a sucker.
Oh.
Nope. No, what was it? What was it?
Wait.
What
I.
was it? Dex?
No, it's Constitution.
Fine.
Oh, no, don't worry about
Oh,
that.
it's a save, right? It's a save. I can't cast guidance on that.
All right, so Clunk, you lose consciousness. So there's a beat, nothing happens, and you hear a swoosh, like a body hitting water, and silence.
So
We must follow.
We yell. I yell. Are you okay?
If you
Maybe
if
it's
you
a-
two
maybe
cling
it's a
to me,
one
I will
way.
protect us.
We have to save the world. Let her go. She's dead.
We must protect our flock.
Apples, and I grab apples and I drop him in,
Wow!
and then I jump in after apples.
Give me a DC 12 con save, everybody. Woo!
I step. Is that a 20?
Two
Nat
20s.
20s.
Wow, I got a 13.
All right, so everybody's fine. Apples and Autumn. So you guys go swooshing down through this like underwater crystalline water tube and come shooting out, fly up about 15 feet in the air, and then swoosh down in this swamp water over here.
Yeah.
And Apples, you're the first one in. You land right next to. You're under the water. You feel like a limp body of Ash. And there's a few bubbles are just escaping out of her mouth.
I'm convinced, Nate, that she is dead.
Yeah, I think
But-
you're right.
In the notion that she would be delicious to eat, I bring her to the surface.
Okay. And then just as you bring her up, Autumn, you land the next 20, like right there, poof, and kind of like manage to wrap your hands and help pull her out of the marsh.
I'm gonna eat her.
I turn to Apples and I go,
I'm gonna eat her. I wasn't.
"Ah, you are saving her. I will help."
Yeah.
And I believe you, Apples. And I
You are good. Good.
Good.
Good.
So
Okay.
does any? So she's kind of. Seems like she's took in a lot of water, and she's unconscious.
I'm gonna cast like, is she breathing?
She is.
Okay. I'm gonna attempt to like. I don't. Can I cast Spare the Dying or should I?
Sure. You
Yeah, I'm
can.
gonna cast Spare the Dying on her.
Yeah, that sort of brings her back. She's like, Ash, you're kind of ashamed to have gotten knocked out there. That's never happened to you.
I'm not ashamed. I'm chill. Right? I show no emotion in the signs of danger. Okay, we are chill. Like,
So-
ooh, that was a close one, guys.
So you guys are sopping wet, and you're waist deep in water, except for bubbles, apples. You're like neck deep in water here, and you're at the foot of. There's a very steep, about a 10, 12 foot high, steep, rocky sort of escarpment. And atop it, there's this amazing spiraling tree. It's like nothing that you've seen before. And there's massive
lift
lily
somebody
pads
up.
around you. What was that?
I could lift somebody up there if somebody would like.
Yeah, I will go.
I one-handedly grab Apples and just kind of toss him up to the tree.
All right, so apples. The you notice two things. First of all, this is like it's an unbelievable. It's like a triple root like helix that spirals up. These like roots are forming an amazing spiral. There's flowers growing all around them. All this like natural beauty. But in between the roots, you see what looks like treasure. There is like some sort of. It looks like you can just make out some sort of carved. Something with looks like it's had some gems and some runes and whatnot on there. You'd stake your reputation as an adventurer that it is treasure. In the roots.
Treasure.
Nate,
Yes.
I'm gonna have the ability to cast like the advanced mage hand.
Oh yeah, you can use your ledger main with your right.
Yeah. So I'll cast that, and I'll yell down. There's nothing up here. Give me one more minute to see what I can find out.
Okay.
I believe you, Apples.
And then behind your
Carry
back,
on.
your mage hand is like quietly behind your back, trying to like pull out the.
Yeah.
Treasure?
Can I check it out? Can I give it a once over? I feel like this is a trap. Cheesy, weird.
So
The idea that there's like treasure in a tree makes no sense to my goblin brain.
So you can't budget with your hand. So you want to sort of turn around and take a closer look at it?
Yes, please.
All right.
Investigation.
Sure.
+9. Oh.
All right. So it looks like there is some sort of magical plaque, perhaps a seal, covered with runes and sigils and the like, delicately carved. It looks like it might be of elven make. But it looks like it's been here for so long, perhaps like 2,000 years, that the roots of this tree have grown all around it.
Okay. I'll now call down. I found something. Real quick, does this make sense as to one of the other items we need to find to solve this riddle?
It was the wellspring, the mana stave, which you got, the glow globe, and the seal of binding.
The seal of binding. Okay. I'll call down to Autumn and ask Salome, come up. I think I found the seal.
Oh, and I just start climbing like an animal.
I put my hands out to help you two up, but I mean, you guys might be able to climb up there, so you might just leave me hanging, which is fine.
I'm going to.
Ash, I think you were muted there.
I will you take that hand, that helping hand, and then I'll try to pull Autumn up as well. On this
I'm a heavy
tiny
guy.
on this tiny little corner. Because he gave me a hand, I feel like I have to give him one.
All right, so
Thank
you're
you.
all up under this majestic tree. And Autumn, this is like, you've never seen, this tree is definitely not of this plane.
This tree is definitely not of this plane.
Apples, where did you see
I'll
the
point
steel?
I'll point out the treasure in the middle. That seems to be.
Can I investigate for traps?
Sure.
Oh my god. Just I want my friends at Vorpal to know that I hate these dice. They hate me. And I know that they're watching right now. Thad, this is all your fault.
Bad dice. Yeah, it looks like there's no traps. It's pretty awesome.
Then you know
Yeah,
what? We're
it's
coming
all
in.
chill.
Can I do a sleight of hand to grab it, maybe?
It is entwined in these roots. These
okay.
roots are maybe 2,000 years old. It's sort of wrapped and grown over this thing. What does anybody want to do?
Looking at it, is there a way to? I'm small. Is there a way? Is it so tight that I'm unable to get into the middle of it?
Yes. It is very. It's like the wood has grown tightly around it.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I would like to commune with nature. I briefly become one with nature and gain knowledge of the surrounding territory.
What do you want to learn? What are your three?
Want to know where this is from.
Okay.
I want to know if it's going to come to life.
Okay.
And if I know what, yeah, that's all it's gonna come to life, where it's from, and if it's dangerous.
All right. So Salome's kind of eyes roll back, and she's made her spirits. What's your totem? Is a tiger?
Yeah.
Right. So you sort of see the phantasmal sort of tiger wrapping around her, and she's pretending, and you're feeling out with the tiger spirits, and the tiger is whispering to you, This is of the Feywild, but all here is of the Feywild. You are in the Feywild. And there's great, great, great danger all around. Danger above you. Perhaps you should just ask this ancient spirit.
Ooh, and so like as it's whispering that, my eyes are rolled in the back of my head, and I'm kind of I have this other voice that's kind of more gentle, and it's actually saying those things out of my mouth so everyone can hear.
Whoa.
Salome, why don't you ask if it would give us what's within the tree? No harm, no foul, you know? Maybe we go the nice approach, not wreck the place.
So, Autumn, you speak plant. Do you
Yes, I cannot understand plants, but I can communicate with them. So I have speech of beast and leaf. You can communicate with, though not understand, beasts and plants, and have advantage on charisma checks to influence them. So
That comes up a
approach the
lot
tree.
too, which is great. You know,
Yeah.
having to use charisma on plants. It's really
Well, maybe it might right now if I approach the tree and say, "Dear ancient tree, please give us the treasure beneath you so that we may bring peace to the Feywild."
Peace to the Feywild.
I'm petting it.
So you, strangely, you've talked to plants a lot, but they've never talked back. But
It's a lonely life.
But you hear the rustling of the leaves and sort of the twisting of bark. You hear, I'm Quildren, and who addresses me? You've disturbed my rest.
I meant you no disturbance. My name is Autumn. I am a cleric. I come from the woods beyond this realm. I speak to you now as a friend.
Autumn. You would take my leaves?
I seek items that will help us cure the lands. There is danger here, and I seek to protect it.
How do I know what you speak is true?
I have spent my entire life devoted to the protection of the wild lands, of trees and nature, of you yourself. I am a furbog of the forest, if you have not seen our type before. We are one with nature. I mean you no harm.
Why have you created what is above?
We didn't create outside.
No, I kind of turn. Can everybody hear this?
No, you're the only one that can speak to plants.
Oh. So I'm just talking to a tree and
Yeah,
you guys are
totally,
just-
and they think it's totally normal.
The ones that stand before you now were not responsible. We may come from the same realm as those who created what you see above, but we aim to put an end to it and to save these lands.
I sense the blood of Cailentyr with you. They are the ones who caused this.
Anybody blood of Cailentyr around here?
I don't think so. But
Ash, I think you're muted again.
Sorry, I'm trying to get that protein in right now. I don't want to chew on the mic. You know.
We lost her. Uh-oh, did everybody?
Our mom.
Oh, no.
You know. No, I have none of that in me. I mean, we did save that queen from unrest, so maybe she crowned us, Callan. But you know, it's fine. That was a week ago. This is now. We're trying to save the world, you know, and that's the Shadowfell up there, you know. We're you know, in this realm, whatever fifth dimension we're in today, and that's up there.
I turn back to the tree and I go, she says it's fine.
You must heal the wound.
Your wounds or the wound above?
Wounds above.
I'm going to turn at this point to the other three and kind of relay the conversation, seeking advice on how to proceed.
Tell the good old tree boss over there. Tell
Tree
him
boss.
that we're looking for 4 items. All right, we got the staff, and that's the only way we're gonna solve that rift. And we believe whatever is in his tree trunk, you know, with his holy treeness, barkness. I don't know. Like that's the guy that like we can't close the rift if we can't get that. Simple as that.
Pull out a
I turn
healing
back to the tree.
potion.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Question mark on my face.
I look up at the big wound in the sky and down at your healing potion. Maybe? I turn back to the tree and I go, there are 4 items required to cure the wound. And we believe that one of those items may be rooted within your roots. Rooted within your roots. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Been there for quite some time. Whoa. Oh. It has been
You're
there
back.
for some time. It is quite uncomfortable.
Could you help us remove it?
You will heal the wound.
That is our divine purpose here.
Very well. You hear sort of a creaking and twisting, and the spiraling roots start to shift. They move just enough that, like, maybe a little goblin hand could, like, weasel its way in there.
Get out of my way! I'll go and grab it.
Apples, chill nicely, all right?
Oh,
Just chill, Apples.
Go get it, Apples.
Chill.
what?
Wait a minute. Did that just really happen?
Yeah,
Yes, that just
pull that
happened.
out of the.
Dwarven Forge, guys.
Oh my goodness. I can't put this one good.
So you pull this big magical seal out of the tree's roots. It's covered with elven runes and the like, and it glows faintly with light.
Okay. I hand it to Ash. Ash, you carry.
Is it like a disc?
Yeah.
Just maybe I can frisbee this or something. I don't know. So like I search for room in my jacket, which does not have a bag of holding,
No.
so I'm just stuck. Can I loop it on a belt or something?
Sure.
Or is it just...
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, but it's still it seems like the circle is still glowing. This hasn't affected the runes at all. Just taking it has not affected the runes. Seems like the from the little memory, Apples remembers it like you just listened to it a moment ago.
Literally, it's all I can think of.
So you had to stop the water. If the water could not stop, the stave could not be removed, the glow globe could not stop shining, and the seal could not be broken. So you.
We gotta find the water, guys. The water.
Break it.
Or do we have to break the disc?
Break it.
Break it.
But it's... Can I like... All right, hear me out, Nate.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it every second.
All right, because I lost a boomerang earlier. It was non-magical. Can I break this in the shape of a boomerang? So now I have 2.
All right.
Like, just do just like a knee snap of
Yeah.
precision.
Give me a. I don't know. What kind of check do you want to give me for that? What sort of
I-
precision do you have? Do you have Mason's
None.
tools? Do you have any? Do
I-
you have a chisel?
I
I'm
have
gonna cast
all
guidance
I have
on
all
you.
the tools.
Yeah.
I do want you to know that.
Okay.
I got every satchel that is in the game in the
All right, so
set.
give me a. So you take out your chisel. Give me a sleight of hand to give the perfect. If you can hit just the right crack, you can snap it in a nice half moon.
Perfect.
Add a
All right.
D4 as well. I'm going to cast guidance on you to help out.
Okay. Let's see.
Can I aid by
Nope.
holding it so it doesn't fly off when she hits it? So then you get advantage?
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Advantage
didn't add
plus
it.
D4. Amazing.
Oh,
This is
and
good.
then we'll pop one of those bad boys out there. Come on.
Woo!
There we go. And
17
then
plus your
plus
sleight of hand.
7.
24.
So 17
All right.
plus 7, 24. Yeah.
So you bring your chisel down in the perfect spot. Salome is holding it in place. Autumn, this beautiful, like a little shaft of light comes through the clouds, hits right on thing, and you hit it right in the center, and it cracks in like this perfect like half moon shape. It's amazing. And so it sort of it shatters away, and over on the disc.
Yeah, go back. Yeah.
Yeah.
The light.
The light goes a little, and then half of the. Oh, you
love
can't
that.
even see it on camera. That's funny.
You can totally
Yeah.
see it.
No, but
Yeah, you
like
should
these
see
ones
it.
are out. These are really really dim, but they everything's so bright on the camera. But at the same time, so guys, there's a sort of a darkness starts like smoke starts coming out of this circling disc, and it sort of coalesces, and the sky starts to get darker, and there's the shadows coalesce, and they start to spiral up, and they form like a serpentine shape, and the sort of light around you starts to get red, and the serpentine shape sort of looks around, and it locks eyes with Ash. And it's got glowing sort of red eyes sort of look over, and you just hear it's a voice, it's a deep voice. I have waited 2 millennia for this moment. I have dreamt of all the things I would do when this time came, of all the ways I would take vengeance on those who have wronged me, those Cailentyr fools, of all the terror, all the torment I would wage upon them as I eradicate every last one of their souls. And it looks like you are the very unlucky one to be the first to face my wrath. And this huge figure starts to rise up out of the smoke and coalesce in front of you. And on that, we're gonna go to an intermission. We'll be back. We're back in.
No, don't do it to me now. Don't do me dirty like
We'll be in
that.
10 minutes. We'll be back in 10 minutes. 9 minutes.
Okay.
8:50. 8:50.
All
All
right.
right.
Woo! Bye. Welcome back, everybody, for the second half of our Wildlands live game. I forgot totally in the beginning, we're supposed to do a giveaway. We're giving away a modular rowboat and two-headed crocodiles, have a swamp battle of your own. So I need a word, guys. What's a cool word that we haven't said or that people haven't typed yet?
Anniversary.
Anniversary.
Impossible to spell. How about 20 years?
20 years.
Yeah.
The number, 20 years. 20 YEARS, all one word. 20 YEARS.
Okay,
20. Because it sounds like somebody's celebrating a 20-year anniversary.
That's all one word. Just for you guys know, it's just 20, no space, YEARS. I don't think I can do two words, so that's what it is. Go ahead and put that in. 20 YEARS. Put that in chat for a chance to win. All right. So last we left our intrepid heroes, you had broken two of the ties binding the weave of this portal, and some black shape coalesced out. Everything got around you got dark. It seemed like darkness is seeping out from under this thing, and the landscape around you has shifted. All the beautiful scents and colors stuff have fading away. Now the trees have sort of all shriveled up, and there is a red light that permeates the air, and you suddenly feel like you are no longer in the Shadowfell. I mean, you're no longer in the Feywild. It seems like you're in a very, very, very terrible place now. And you're looking around above you. What was that beautiful twisted quildron tree is now a totally gnarled black rot tree. And then looking around you further at what was once this beautiful, lush landscape is now just all barren. All of the trees are dead, lacking foliage. And worse,
Oh my God, this is so cool.
Where is she? Oh. And worse, the circle now has this huge shape has coalesced over it. A giant serpentine draconic shape with massive wings that rises up about, 40 feet in the air. It looks like it might have once been a green dragon and has now been seeped in the Shadowfell for about 2,000 years and has become a shadow dragon. It's just an absolutely massive, ancient, terrible creature. Here, let's see what she looks like from front. Radiating power and terror and unkillableness.
We shall see.
Did you say power?
And she actually looks delicious. Definitely seems like she could really be tasty. So let's do something old-fashioned and roll for initiative.
Cool. Oh shoot, what was that?
Woo! Whoa!
Why do I have? I'm gonna take that nat 20. I didn't realize I rolled 2. That was just the first one I saw. Cough, cough.
We'll give you the 20. You need it.
Yay! 20.
All right. So what? Anybody above 20?
23. I'll give you 2 guesses what I'm about to do.
Okay. Who's anybody 15 and 20?
I'm 19.
Anybody 10 to 15? Oh boy. Anybody?
I'm 7.
Woo! And Ash, what is that? Wait, where are you, Ash? Are you on mute?
No, you're
No,
not.
I'm here.
What
Sorry.
did you get?
I rolled a nat 20, but plus 3, 23.
Oh, so you guys. So who wants to go first, Salome or Ash?
You can let Salome go first.
You're just keeping it chill. All right. So
No
so
rush.
what would you guys like to do? You're about 60. You're about 180 feet away from this absolutely massive draconic terror, who looks like she's been trapped for 2,000 years and is really pissed. And she's looking at. She's staring intently at Ash, with vengeance written on her dragon face.
I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah.
Question. Could you let me go first? Because I realized I have something that could be immensely helpful to you.
Yes.
So, Nate, you remember that one time when I made this character and you said I could take any non-magical item in the player's handbook?
Yeah.
This is Ash's time to shine, baby. So I reach into my jacket and I get 4 vials of black sap, which is a substance that you harvest from darkhead willows, but basically it prevents us from being feared or from being frightened or charmed.
All right, and you're gonna divvy them out?
Yeah. 4 feet.
All right.
Yep, off the jacket.
So you can give me a. You know what? You can give 1 to yourself and 1 to somebody else as a bonus, and 1 as a move. And if you give me a sleight of hand, if you can beat a 15 on a sleight of hand, I'll let you give out all 4 doses.
Cool. Let's do it. Beat.
Got it?
Yes, I forgot to get like +7 on that. I was
Alright.
like about to freak out.
So you guys are all kind of staring in awe at this massive dragon, and Ash like just rapidly just pops this jams something down your throat, which you unquestionably swallow, and you feel your spirits bolstered. Salome, what do you want to do?
All right. My movement.
That was awesome.
Because of my tiger and my the fast movement, I can move 60 feet. So I'm going to dash. I'm going to move.
Wait, apples! Apples!
Are you on my shoulders?
Well, I don't go until 7, so if you take off.
Are you on my shoulders?
No, he
'Cause
was grabbing the thing and.
Oh yeah, I just run and it's like, and I'm
straight,
gonna go
straight
ahead.
towards this giant, massive 40-foot dragon. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So I'm about. How far am I away from it right now?
I immediately regret giving you the ring of shared pain.
Oh no.
This is my downfall, and also I can't help it.
Can wait till I go with you!
13. What's your movement? So it's 14 squares to right here. Uh-oh. That's assuming you're leaping. You've got all you can jump, bump. How many? What's your movement? You have like a 40.
It's 60, and so I'm moving 120.
All right, you can.
Plus, I get +10 to my long jump or something. So if I have to jump, it's like I'm good.
All right. So. All right. So you have to broach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 25-foot jump. So give me an athletics check to see if you can catch that edge. It's going to be a heck of a.
I feel like I have something about. Let's see. Just kidding. Do I have anything about this? Don't think I do. Yeah, so that is going to be whatever that was +6.
10. Okay, so you miss the edge. Loose stone gives way under your hands, and
Can I pretend I casted guidance on her before she ran away?
No.
Fine.
And you collapse. You fall into the water, and you disappear. She disappears under the this black, thick, murky water, coughing and sputtering. All right. Who's next? Autumn, you're up.
All right, I'm going to, using my boots of striding and springing, I'm going to leap 30 feet towards the creature. Wherever there is land that I can land on.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 30 feet here. Boom.
And so I leap away from the tree, and as I land, I point my glowing mace towards it, and I yell, "You foul, unholy beast! I will send you back to where you came," and I'm going to cast I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt towards it, which has a range of 120 feet.
No problem.
And let's just see if I hit.
Ha!
That's cool.
Well, you know what? You had that. What did Ash feed you? It was the sticky black tar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of gummed up your whole works there.
Yeah. So as I try to say my verbal components, it doesn't come out right, and the spell shoots wide.
All right. You want to take a bonus action?
I don't think I got much for the bonus action right now, so I'm good.
All right.
That was going to be my big move, guys. Didn't work out.
The move was great.
The roll?
The roll must have been.
I'm agreeing with the Vorpal dice thing. You know, they should just roll 20s.
Thad.
I say,
Let us win.
Apples, hold on. Oh, crap.
Glub, 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 glub.
Notice that Apples is not with me.
It's just the fate of the entire world.
For 2,000 years.
Nate, you're muted.
I am? Muted? Am I still muted? Uh-oh. I don't have anything important to say, so it's okay.
No audio.
No? Wait, hold on.
There you are. Oh, no.
Nope.
Hold on.
Use
two
your
shakes.
sign language.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is it back?
It says it's back through.
Yeah? We good?
That's
Can you hear me?
It says it's going
All right,
through.
so she leans over the edge right down at you, Salome, and sort of snakes her head down and says, "Give me your elf," and then exhales point blank range at you as you're sort of like pulling your head out of the water. Blasts this black shadowy gas sprays out of her mouth. Give me a DC 22 Constitution save.
Okay.
Uh-oh. I think she died.
Looks like she didn't make it.
Oh no, it's switching.
She's back.
Ah!
No.
The world! The fate of the world!
Yeah, that's what
Are you-
happens with blood.
No!
I'm fine.
Are you there? Did you roll your save?
Oh yeah, I got a 20, not a 22.
All right, so you take 77 points of necrotic damage.
The hell you say?
No, you don't. You take 30.
Oh, apples.
Ah, best friends forever.
And I'll say to Autumn, Autumn, my apples hurt. Apples hurt.
All right,
Oh boy.
apples, what do you want to do?
I cannot believe I just took 36. What did you say?
Necrotic. 77. Yeah, so have it at 35 plus 3, so 38. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, come on. Okay. Oh boy. All right. I take. I will cast.
Come on over to
Here's
here.
my question, Nate. If I cast absorb energy,
Okay.
that's not gonna work. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fire a firebolt. So that's +5 to hit. Range is fine. 16.
Oh no, we can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Still can't hear you, buddy.
But you're very animated, so that helps.
I think he said you killed the dragon. That's what I think.
Good
Apples killed the
Good
dragon.
job. You guys, you just won.
One hit.
For me in song.
I've heard many songs about apples.
Apples.
Good morning.
Apples. Bring out your apples.
What is it?
Um,
Breaker, breaker, breaker.
And I'll say to you, Autumn. I'll say, Autumn, I'm wounded. And then I'll start saying, we need to find the other two elements.
Hello.
You're
Hello.
back.
You're back.
I'm back. All right.
Yeah.
Switch your mics.
Yeah.
So maybe the lava leader's dying. No, let's do. All right. So your bolt deflects off of her armored plating. It does not connect.
I'm gonna take a look around. So if it transfers into the Shadowland,
Yeah.
do I see any shining elements? My belief is that
Yes.
having now pulled these two relics that we need, I am going to be useless
Go
in this
pant.
battle. If I can find the other two relics and destroy them, we may have a chance.
You see all the way across on the opposite side of the swamp. You see the glowing globes, and then you have a memory like a goblin, right? You don't forget anything exciting and shiny. So there was a beautiful glowing pool over here, which is now some sort of fetid plant spewing spores out. It seems like right where that wellspring was, now there's just like a massive plant that you see like yellow spores pouring out of it. And you think that was where the wellspring was, that you had to stop the flow of water, is now under that plant somehow.
I'm gonna take my move action to head that direction.
Okay. And do you want to take your you get a bonus, you can dash too, right, with your cunning action? Yeah.
60 feet? Wait, I don't know what the goblin's speed is. Yeah, 60 feet.
All right, so here's where things get lively. Do you want to trudge into the water, which is like neck deep, or do you want to? Yeah, I guess you could go lily pads over here. You could see where there is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, you can make it up to here.
Yeah.
All right,
great.
so you have
Okay.
a long haul, but you think you might be able to make it. It's looking good.
Great.
As long as the barbarian doesn't get you killed by keep taking damage, you should be okay.
I can't do that again.
Yeah.
So
Ash, you are up.
This is what we're gonna do. I am gonna take the potion of speed. And
Drink your potion of speed.
cool. I get the haste spell for
1 minute.
1 minute. Cool. And then this is what is gonna happen. Hear me out, Nate.
I'm here for it.
Hear me out. All right. So, Apples had the right idea. So I'm going to jet in the direction of the thing that was on the pedestal on the far side of the map.
The glowing globes. Okay.
The glow glow.
Yeah.
Best nightclub ever over there. And so I am going to use my ability. So I'm going to use my action to drink the potion.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to... No, where's it at? No. Where did it go? I had it pulled up. I'm sorry. And then I'm going to use my slip into shadow
Ooh.
ability to use a hide action even if I'm in plain sight.
Amazing.
All right, and then I'm jetting. I'm hauling that way. Now,
Oh, because you have
Nope, that's
one
all I can
action
do
to
this-
drink the potion. You get a bonus action from the potion. So then you still have your move and your cunning action, so you can still move. 60.
beautiful. Yep,
Oh,
let's
and
get there, baby.
what's your speed? Doesn't your speed go up from the haste too?
Yes. I think it doubles. Sorry. I'm using things I've never used before. I don't use magic. It's been a
I'm
while.
pretty sure haste doubles your movement. Gives you extra attacks and a bonus to your AC as well. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure.
does it give me an extra attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you take the attack action, you might need to double check.
Attack.
Trying to,
Plus
trying
2
to remember.
to AC, advantage on dex throws, an additional attack.
All right,
Cool.
so Ash drinks this potion and just like in a blur just sort of disappears into darkness, and there's this dark blur that shoots past Apples. You feel kind of like a warm presence brush your shoulder, Apples, and give me a stealth check for your hide.
Goblin!
Give me a stealth check, Ash.
That is a 19. Unless I get advantage or something on it. No, I don't have to roll a stealth check for that.
Weren't you hiding?
No, it's an ability I have as the Mark of the Shadow. I just
thought
slip
it let
into
you.
shadow.
Doesn't it let you make a hide? It lets you hide while. You still gotta give me a stealth, right, so I can see what she's looking for. Cause she's hungry for
yep.
elves.
Yep, that's fine.
Hey. All right, Salome, what do you want to do? So you are in the water. You just got a face full of like necrotic mist, and there's an absolutely massive dragon 10 feet above you on a cliff, staring down at you.
Oh yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out my healing potion, my supreme healing potion.
Yep.
And I would like to drink it. And because I'm linked to Apples,
I love this!
I would like to share the healing potion with Apples, and at the same time, basically, like, I'm right next to that thing. I'm in the water. I would like to push off with my super strong feline legs to do like a back, like to float backwards and kind of kick and swim to the other.
Behind you.
Sorry. Yeah, like.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, wrong.
All right, so give me some healing. Just a giant pile of D4s. And
Let's see, it's a 10d4s plus 20. What? 10d4? So many buttons. I'm a button pusher. 22 plus 20. So I want a half. I'll take half and he takes half.
so you guys each get 21 points of
Yeah.
healing. Poof. And you skid through the water back up onto the bank here.
Yeah, and I'm going to. Oh, I can't
Do you
really
have a
read.
bonus action? And Autumn, you're up next.
Bonus action. What if I can, Game Master? I would like to take my potion of Hill Giant Strength.
Sure. Let's do it.
I'm just hugging booze. I'm just.
All right,
So-
Autumn, you're up, and then the dragon.
Drink.
All right. So with my magical boots, I leap another 30 feet towards the dragon, getting as close to Salome as I can.
All right, so you're right on the edge of shore here. You're kind of in the water.
Okay.
Your ankles are in the water, but you're on the edge.
How far am I from the dragon?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 85 feet.
Okay, man, I'm so far away. I'm not a fast person. I'm going to cast, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon, 60 feet in front of me.
I'm pretty sure your spiritual weapon is this little log that I happen to have in my DM dice tray, right?
It is absolutely a log.
Perfect.
I summon forth a mighty log that appears floating 60 feet in front of me, ready to smite this dragon.
It's
That
right
is going
next
to
to,
be-
it's right next to Salome there. Is here.
Salome, a mystical log appears floating in the air next to you, and you just hear me yell, "I will help you
Oh no.
smite this dragon."
Woo!
And with my main action, I guess.
I lost him again.
Hey, can I bound another 30 feet forward?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. All right.
All right. So the dragon. Oh no, where did my footstones go? Right there. Swoops. She swoops up. Over Salome. She's flying past you with she's 10 feet away from you. She's flying over you and swiping down with her claws.
Mm-hmm.
27 and a 22.
Well, yeah.
All right, so it's 44 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
It was 12.
Wait, what?
Ooh.
I only
He
take
takes
12?
apples, takes the other half. He's apples. So
Hi!
she swings her tail down at you, and you manage to backflip away from the tail. And as you stand triumphantly, feeling fantastic about it, she crits you with her bite.
Wait.
Or do you
I'm gonna use what's it called? Sentinel at Death's Door. I can negate a crit within 30 feet of me.
Woo! All right.
So as it goes to smash Salome away, I hold out my hand and a beam of radiance blocks the attack. It still hits. It's just not a crit anymore.
All right, so you only take 19 points of piercing damage and 20 points of necrotic damage from you can see the black tendrils are sort of enveloping your head, but you feel the holy light shields it off, and it would have the black tendrils would have broken into your body and torn you apart from the inside.
So how many is that? Is that 30?
No.
39?
Hey, Apples takes half.
20, you take the 19.
Okay.
That's how heroes do. I take the 4.
And then she arcs over this way
Whoa.
and starts beelining right towards Ash. And Ash, you have the hairs go up on the back of your neck, and you feel like her draconic vision has seen right through your little shadow trickery. She is a creature of shadow. She is shadow. She is not falling for your shadow tricks, and you can see her hungry eyes filled with vengeance. Apples, what would you like to do?
Nate, how close is that to me?
She is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 feet for you, about 10 feet off the ground.
Okay. Nate, here's what I'm going to do.
Hit me.
I'm going to take my move action.
Yep.
I'm going to grab my entire necklace of fireballs.
Okay. You only have one. There's only one bead left on it. No. I checked them all. Really? Yeah. I gave you one. No, you want them all? Okay. Okay. Take them all. Take them all.
No.
I gave you one for as a fun little thing, but you can take them all. Take them all. Let's see what happens.
Dick. You're such a dick. You gave a necklace of fireballs.
Yeah.
With
one left. Yeah. Because you used them all. Because you're a goblin.
I didn't use any of them.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right. Throw them all.
No, because I'm into death. I'm a goblin.
Yeah.
She's 10 feet up. I'm a goblin. I can't jump on her back.
No.
Ash, you're probably gonna die. So, what I'm gonna do 'Cause,
It's all
You're all
chill,
fine.
man.
You're
It's
all
all
fine.
chill. It's all chill, man.
bro, I don't know what your deal is with death and chill, but I don't agree. I'd like to avoid that. Okay, here's what I'm going to quaff that potion of supreme healing.
Yep.
Um,
Oh, the
what
giant
is
pile.
that?
And are you sharing a healing with Salome?
I am. Oh, I have two of them. I am going to share that healing with her because that's what you do.
Yeah.
Aww.
I want you to know something. I don't want to.
Give me a little bit, because I'm at half, and I've got a lot of hit points.
I don't. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna heal with you this time because I feel like I'm a good goblin, and that's what I'm gonna do. +8. So that's
26.
26. So you take.
I'll take 6. You take 20. Yeah.
Can I do that, Nate? Will you let me
Sure.
do that or no?
Yeah.
You're a glorious deed.
I mean, I can only give you one fireball, so what the heck? I might as well.
I mean, unbelievable. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do that because I'm only down 9, so I'm gonna give you the rest.
Nice.
So I'm gonna take 9 and go to full, and you
Give
take
her all the rest.
Yep. So that is that. So I'm gonna quaff that. I'm gonna take my dash action and make my way to the to under the dragon if need be on my way to that portal. Fully expecting to take an attack because
Yeah, you're directly in her line of flight.
yeah, that's all right. I if I don't take it, that means Ash takes it all, and if she dies, we all die.
Yeah.
Right. And as you get close to her, you see that she is really shadowy, and as everything here is really sort of dark and dim, and it feels like she's almost kind of intangible as she's flying through the darkness.
Okay.
We're back on the top. Ash, you're up, and as this terrible dragon is bearing down on you, you do notice you're keeping it chill, you're keeping it calm, and you feel there's like a warm breeze that's strangely, like, everything here is cold and damp, but there's like a strange warm breeze, and the hairs in your arms are starting to go up. It's like electric. There's something in the air.
Okay. All right, Nate. We're going out guns a-blazing, buddy.
Wait,
I want you to know that you signed up for this. You approved this character sheet one year ago.
Yep.
All right, so you're owning everything that's on this character sheet right now, buddy.
Oh boy,
So I reached
what did I
on-
do?
Oh yeah, you don't even know. So I reached in my back and pull out the biggest patch that's been hidden all along, and I pull out a rifle that I'm not proficient in. And it's an antimatter rifle that has one bullet, and I am going to take one action to shoot this SOB in the face.
Wait, I gave you an antimatter rifle.
you?
I told you to approve everything on the character sheet 1 year ago, and I have not changed it. All right? I told you, buddy.
Wait. You have to tell me, where did you get the antimatter rifle? That's all I want to know.
It came a part of the rope of many things.
No. I mean, what's the story? How did Ash get an antimatter rifle?
Oh man, I said I wanted a awesome robe with a ton of patches and the nice dwarven smithy that used all that mithril armor decided to throw me something fantastic just like this in case a shadow dragon that was once a green dragon came out of a portal when we were trying to save the world from the Shadowfell.
So he's like an artificer, a master artificer
Yeah,
that
a
you
little bit of a
bribed with a mounded
tinker.
dwarvenite to make
Yeah.
and invent an antimatter rifle, and then you killed him so that he couldn't make any more, so he's the only one in existence.
Well, you know, I had to get mine and
Okay.
make sure that like no other things were out there in the world. So my one use item that I have, we're going for it, baby. Once again, Nate.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so I don't know what I need to roll to hit, but we're going for it. Because I'm not proficient, so I don't get any bonuses. This
Give you your,
is just a straight
your
up
dex.
roll.
Yes!
So, here's what happens. Uh-oh, did we freeze?
Give him the dex!
Maybe plus 3.
All right.
Plus 3.
So, you take aim. You whirl around, drop to one knee, charge this thing up. There's like power crystals like swirling around it. You aim for between the eyes, right as it's bearing down on you. You're not sweating at all. You're in full bounty hunter mode. You're a sharpshooter. This is like what you do. Your aim is true. This thing is screeching down. You pull the trigger. This spiraling burst of energy. It's like it's purple and black and white, 3 different colors of energy spiraling together. Hit the dragon right in the forehead, right where the brain would be. And there's this sort of crazy ripple, and the whole everything around you there's this shockwave around you. The dragon disappears, and the light gets sort of green for a moment, ripples back. Warmth comes back into your bones for a moment, and where did I put the pool? This and this. So for just a moment, it seems like you are sort of back in the Feywild. Oh, we don't have a peg on this tree. But sort of still in the Shadowfell.
Okay. So in between worlds almost.
Yes. So you've caused some sort of planar disruption. And it looks like the plant, the tree behind you is now back to a Quilgen tree, and that the plant that was covering the pool is gone, and the Fey pool is back, although its waters are dark now. But the rest of the trees still remain dead, and so you're in this sort of weird in-between place.
Okay. Is my haste still on?
Yes.
I'm literally just like no selling. Like, oh, all right, and then just going right back toward the goal here. I'll yell.
You shot a dragon out of existence, and you're just like no bigs, and you just keep like.
Yeah, why not, guys? Hey, it might come back. I think we're in between places, but let's get this going. And I'll just. So I get 1 action, 2 movements, a bonus, and my yeah, that's it. So we're getting there, baby. 10,
11, 12, and your move is 60, right?
Correct.
All right, so that's one move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so give me a dexterity save.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Whew. So as you get close to this tree,
26.
This tree sort of whirls around and lashes at you with its vines, and you manage to roll aside. It sort of hits the ground behind you. What do you want to do? You're halfway through. You used 1 move. You're halfway through your dash action. And there's also a couple of things happening here. You have,
okay.
I guess you can get on this lily pad. I'm saying you're running out of dry land. You're going to have to just kind of dive between the legs of this thing if you want to keep going, or you can wade into the water.
Let's go lily pad. I like my chances right now at moving forward instead of getting trapped in this one little area right here.
So do you want to go through this thing, through the tree, like weaving through its sticky root legs, or are you going to go into the water and try and go to the lily pad?
I don't trust the water, so I'm going through.
All right, so give me acrobatics. You have to beat a 12.
Oh! All right, we made it.
All right, so you roll through. Oh, you leap to this lily pad. So that was your dash. So you still have one. Wait, you shot your.
So I used an action. I
Yep.
still have a section action.
Yep.
We did the double movement.
Yep. So yeah, you've got one action left, and it looks
So
like there's
we're-
another one of these trees right ahead of you. This like roots.
Is there like another way to go under?
There's only one way to find out. But do you want to take another dash as your other action?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So give me a dex save.
All right. Okay, I like my deck save.
All right. So this one, it
25.
it lashes
job.
at you again, and it turns out plants are pretty predictable. This tree kind of used the same kind of snapping pattern. You roll aside with ease, dodging forward on it.
It's like that Lord of the Rings thing, guys. You know, so they'll sing here in a minute.
All right, so give me an acrobatics
Okay.
to leap. You got to make.
Oh no!
All right. All right. So you hit the. You're diving. You roll past this thing, hit the ground, and you're about to leap off the edge of the bank. And you realize some of the sticky sap from this thing, its limbs are coated with this really sticky sap, so if it catches you soon, some of it would drip down and got on your foot, and as you went to leap, you didn't make your normal leap, you're stuck to the ground, and you face plant into the sheer cliff. You're gonna take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and you slide down into the water, disappear into the black, murky water, falling prone.
Me and water do not get along. Let me tell
Yeah.
you.
Salome, you are up, followed by Autumn.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to dash. I'm just gonna get as close to Ash as possible.
Okay, so do you want to try and make that crazy leap again and kind of go up on the high road, or do you want to take the long way around, or do you want to just go beeline right through the water?
I have thighs that would kill a giant right now with
Oh
my
yeah, you are a hill giant. Your tiny loincloth is barely holding all these muscles in. Right?
I just get down there, I'm like, "Urgh," boom.
All right. So, give me an athletics.
I really feel like with a 21, it should be more than that. Oh,
Oh.
come on. That's ridiculous.
You get?
Do I get like,
Well, plus your strength and your.
well, it's a 9 plus 9, 4 plus 9, 13.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, good.
All right, so you sprint past the circle. You're up to the edge of the cliff here.
I don't see any bad guys, right?
No, it's all strangely quiet.
I don't like it. Okay, that's
Autumn, you are up.
So I saw Ash tumble into the water.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, she hit
All right.
she hit the cliff pretty hard, and then dropped down into the water.
Am I within 300 feet of her?
Yes, you are. You're
I am going
60,
to
so about
cast-
140 feet.
All right. I stand at the edge of the water and I raise my hands into the air, and I'm going to cast Control Water, and I'm going to part the water around where she fell, giving her clear. If hopefully she's not unconscious, but
Again.
giving her a clear option. I imagine this all happens within 6 seconds. That's
Yes.
what I'm imagining. So she falls. Salome starts bounding towards her, and I part the water within that area to give her a clear opportunity to climb up to her destination.
Oh wait, Salome, you're a barbarian. I only gave you 60 on your double. You've got, what's your base movement? Is
120.
yeah.
Yeah, I got total 120 for dash.
That's twice as much. All right, so that puts you here. I'm like, that puts us. All right. So, do you want to take a move, Autumn?
Yeah, so I instantly part the water, and I'm going to head on over so that I'm near Apples.
Yep.
And with my bonus action, I'll bring my spiritual weapon with me.
Okay. Log, your heavy log follows you.
Yes, my floating mythical log. If anybody's a Ren and Stimpy fan,
It's big, it's
it's
heavy,
the
it's
log.
wood. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Apples, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna take a double move dash to that the pit there. Continuing my motion forward, trying to get to that well of goodness.
All right. So
As I'm going, I try to remember what the thought bubble said.
it said that the water needs to not. If the water stops flowing, the seal gets broken. So ostensibly, you want to stop up. You want to stop the spring from flowing.
Okay, that was a double move, right? So I'm out of action. So
Yeah, double move and your bonus dash, and you're right on the edge of the. You're right on the edge of the pool.
Great. I'm going to turn my back towards the pool, waiting for something to come from behind.
Yep. Like
Right?
the,
I understand that I'm about to be attacked.
Awesome. And you feel there's a cold sort of wind starts to whistle through the air, and the air around you starts to get kind of cold and damp and dark, and reality is starting to ripple.
Oh no.
Oh, man.
Boy.
Nate, permission to jump in the pool.
Absolutely. All right, so you drop backwards in the pool as
As I feel the cold start to come over, I get in the pool because I want to, because I'm gonna do something from the inside.
all right, so dark mist comes around, and you see suddenly there's like nasty like fungal tendrils kind of seal up the all light above you as your head goes underwater. All light above you disappears as this massive spore plant takes root.
Oh.
And I go, I hold my breath. Nate, I hold my breath.
Yeah, how big are your lungs?
Goblin. By the way, the death of a goblin. Nobody ever sings the death of a goblin.
Not yet. They haven't. All right, Ash.
We will sing of your death, Apples.
It's imminent.
So, Ash, you feel there's that. If you hadn't drunk the that potion, you feel a fright near you. You don't know where it is, but there's you feel a dark presence nearby. What would you like to do?
That was all my tricks, guys. I have nothing left.
Oh, no.
So this is where am I?
So you're right here. You're in the water. So you notice as the water. So there's this beautiful, like the water is around you, like the sea is parted around you, and you see, like you kind of see the cross section of the water, sort of the surface of the water. It's writhing with like giant leeches. Leeches is like as big as your arm that are just kind of like writhing in the. If the water hadn't been pushed back, those leeches would have like latched onto you, and you can see them kind of like just pushing out the edges of where there's no water, and like kind of like they're like moving around, so
like
swirling all around you.
Yeah, I'll say thanks, Autumn. So I want to, because I still have haste, correct?
Yep.
Or, we're gonna use one movement to climb the cliff, and hopefully that'll be a lot better this time.
Yep. Well, if you have to stand up because you're prone, and you can, if you want to just take your time up it, you can get up it no problem without doing. If you want to do any crazy parkour moves, or let's see,
No, we're just getting up there.
Yep.
I feel like there's been enough of me playing around today that's
all right.
not worked out in my favor.
All right, so that gets you up here. And from here, you can see there's these two beautiful glowing glow globes illuminating this ancient dais and these beautiful ancient ruins, clearly of Eladrin make.
Cool. Sorry.
What would you like to do?
Guess who has 2 boomerangs, baby? So I'm gonna throw one side, one the other side, and then one's gonna be the magical one, and then one's gonna be the one that we just made.
The brand new one. You chopped this thing up and turned it into a boomerang.
Yeah. All right. Here we go, baby.
Oof.
Just Thad. Gosh.
God!
Thad. Damn it.
Come on.
Lost my chill. That would be a +7. So 12 plus 2. So we'll say that's the magical one.
All right,
12 plus 2, 14 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah.
And give me
All
the other
right.
one.
All right.
Big money, big money.
Oh my god!
Whoa, Thad!
Bad! And then that's a 17.
All right, that's also a hit.
Cool. Do I roll damage or?
Nah, you can. You're a sharpshooter, right? You hit the center of these things, and shatter.
Yeah.
And then both of your boomerangs come spinning back into both your hands, and you can throw them
Sweet.
back in your coat.
So I have one more movement, correct?
That is correct.
In a bonus.
Yep.
Can I hide behind these pillars over here for this impending doom
Sure.
coming my way, please?
Where do you want to hide over
just
here?
just to where it can't dive bomb me, or if there's a breath weapon that I'm hidden behind something.
Yep, you got some cover.
That will. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of tucked in there, in the shadows.
And then that would be a 24 for
Woo!
stealth.
That's a little better. All right, Salome, what are you up to? And then Autumn, you're on deck.
Cool.
All right. Come here. I am going to run and leap, and then get as close to Ash as possible. Ash, come here. My dog's name's Ash, and he's all excited.
Aw.
Yeah, good boy. And then I'm gonna hold a rage.
Hold the rage. Okay, so there's one of these big these creepy slink root trees is directly ahead of you. Do you want to try and kind of move through it and try and worm your way through it? Do you want to try and skirt the side and just kind of do the long leap for the cliff? Do you want to jump on it? Do you how do you want to?
Well, what I would like to do is, I'm not very smart, so I'm going to take the shortest route. And if I get attacked, I would like to rage.
Okay.
And then attack back with my face.
With your face. All right. So you get. So give me a dexterity save.
Well, I was waiting for you to say that at some point. Oh, come on. That is a 10.
Oh. All right. So.
Rage.
So this thing, it snaps one of its tendril arms, so snaps around you, and there's this really sticky, fungal sap on it that, it sticks to you immediately, and it grabs your leg and holds you tight.
So what I would like to do is I would like to rage and attack it.
All right.
I'm also not smart, so I'm going to use my face and my claws.
Okay.
Because, well...
I'd be enraged if a tree tried to grab me.
All right, I get a ton of weird bonuses, so... math. Okay, so I get... I'm also reckless.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 17 plus with my face.
That's a hit. That's a hit.
27.
Yep.
7 plus 5, I believe. I don't know whatever number that is. And then I'm going to do... That was with my teeth. I just go down and I rip. And I'm going in with my claws and basically trying to chew that thing off, so even if it's still grabbed onto me, I can keep moving.
Did you give me damage? What was it? 9, 7,
That's 7 plus 5.
12. Ooh,
15.
that's a hit.
That's 7. See, I don't know if I get on both of them.
Sure.
Plus
You're-
5. So
you're-
7 plus 5.
So another 12, so 24.
Sure.
Awesome.
Relentless rage.
All right, so you this thing wraps around your arm. You start smashing. You headbutt into the thing tendril and smash the. You just snap it in half like it's dry kindling, and tear it off your leg, freeing your leg, and then backhand it with your clawed hand, and the thing sort of like flaps back, definitely confused. It doesn't seem like it's very intelligent. It's not used to its food fighting back.
Can I still move?
You freed yourself. Yeah, you can finish up your move.
All right, I would like to finish it, but because Ash is hiding, I kind of get to the middle of that dais, and I just kind of look around to try to. Where'd she go?
You can give me a perception check if you want to be at a 24. And Autumn, you're up on deck.
21.
No idea where he's gone.
Yeah.
And then
You're all good.
Autumn, what would you like to do?
Okay. So this giant plant that emerged from this pool that Apples went into, did it like envelop him?
It looks like it sealed up the pool. It sort of came into existence right on top of where the pool is. So maybe he's underneath it.
But when the pool was clogged up, it didn't cause one of the lights on the
pool
thing.
Well, you think there might be it might be something. It's a spring, right? It's a natural spring.
Yeah.
So maybe there's something. It's bubbling up from the beneath. So sealing over the top of it won't stop the water.
But I don't see Apples anywhere.
All you see is this giant, nasty spore plant.
Okay, I'm gonna bound towards it again, my 30 feet. I'm going to leap using my lovely boots. And concerned about my goblin friend, I yell out, "My goblin friend, they will sing songs of you!" And
No
I'm
effect.
going to cast I'm going to cast Blight on this
Ooh.
plant creature.
Max,
So it gets disadvantage.
and it takes max damage, right?
Which is let me see what that is.
88 or
It's gonna
something.
be 64 damage.
Does it gets a save at disadvantage?
It gets a save with disadvantage for 16.
All right. So you, what does your blight look like?
So as I hold out my hand, this beam of radiant light springs from my hand and starts to make the whole plant start to glow. But then that glow starts to turn into decay as the plant begins to wither and age, and it looks like it gains like 100 years in plant years within a few seconds. And so it just like turns to like rotted, brittle plant material.
So-
Hopefully, revealing apples.
One of the so it's got three big bulbous spore spewing things up there, and one of them just sort of withers away and drops down. The other two spray out this huge cloud of spores, yellow spores, into the air, a massive cloud around this thing. It makes it hard to see in there. Is there anything else you'd like to do? Do you have a bonus action?
With my bonus action, I'm going to bring my big heavy log closer to me.
Okay. All right. Apples, you're on deck, but before you can do anything, if you even exist. Oh, I forgot when that Ash, when you hit the light, we didn't do the thing. We're down to this thing. The lights flickered, and it's starting to sort of flicker and get erratic.
Yes.
All right. So Apples is on deck, but before he does, out of the shadows, silently gliding out of the shadows. This huge, your friend is back.
Dang it!
She comes swooping down behind Autumn. You still have
boy.
the anti-fear is still cooking, right? It's loud.
I mean, it works for Autumn, but not for Kelly.
Oh.
All right, so it's she swoops down and she's, "Give me your elf," and then exhales again, sort of point blank at you. Give me a DC 22 Constitution save.
All right. No problem. Yep, that's gonna be a 7.
All right, so you take 77 points of necrotic damage. It's the black. You just enveloped in black mist, and it just burns your flesh.
Do I have anything to save me? Can I spare the dying on myself? Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm the one with all the healing spells.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
cool. I
you-
have 75 hit points left, so that's 77.
Boom. All right, she
Will-
swoops down, and then she doesn't stop moving. She flies this way. All right, Apples. You are up, and then Ash, you're on deck. So you are. It's pitch dark down there. You are underwater. It's pitch
Right.
dark, and
I worked in a mine. I'm not scared of the dark.
you did work in a mine, and this feels like it was a mine shaft.
Being in small places is nice for a goblin.
All right, so what do you want to do? You're in your happy place here, underwater.
Yeah, I feel like, and I also have leather of the mariner, so I can swim no problem.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So I my goal here is to figure out how to stop the flow of water. Nate.
Well, you
Okay.
can feel like a current coming up from the bottom.
I immediately swim down.
Okay, there's a. It feels like it is a natural spring, and there seems like there's like a little swirling as you get closer through the murk. The water is murky and it clears up, and there's like a little swirling bit of green energy there. There's like a little moat. It's almost like a. You think you're arcane. You're arcane trickster. You think this might be like a portal right to like the elemental plane of water, or something.
Yeah.
It's like a little moat.
Shut that. I'm gonna try to shut that plane.
Okay, how?
I understand that this is an important moment.
Yep.
I'm gonna do an Arcana check. Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure.
To get a sense of what the best way to shut that thing off is.
Oh.
It's not great.
Well, in
that's
your,
right.
in your time in a mine, you think, if you have a in it.
Which happened?
Which, we're back.
Dude,
So you feel like
we're back.
if this was a mine, you'd want to stick something in the hole.
yeah. Hey, you know what I'm gonna do? You gave me one fireball. Yeah. I'm gonna cast a fireball at the bottom. I know I'm gonna take a lot of damage, but I think the only thing standing between me and saving the world is shutting that portal.
Give me damage. Give me roll those d6s, baby.
Oh, so many, Nate. Stand by. I gotta go to my. Oh wait, that's not it. Stand by. I only have one fireball on my necklace.
I believe in you.
I think
We believe in the fire.
it's 8d6.
Let's
Yeah.
make it 10. Let's make it 10. It's a big fireball.
Yeah.
God, I love you. Stand by, everyone.
That's a d10.
Stand by.
This is great.
I have it on. I got it. Purple, you're my favorite. Okay, you ready, sons of bitches?
Let's do this.
So ready.
Those are real. Those are the real dice.
10, 20, 23.
Happy pain.
All right. Happy pain. All right, so you take 23 points of fire damage,
Yes.
and there's a crazy like seismic ripple
Yes.
underwater. You see this thing sort of ripple and close in on itself, and the blast propels you up, and on the surface you guys see out of the mouth of that spore plant this tiny little goblin rocket, like a flaming goblin, just goes shooting out of like a cannon, flying out of the. Give me an acrobatics check. What the heck?
Nick, why are you going so high? That's so high.
Because there's a dragon right here. So.
Oh,
Yay!
I want you to know, +9. I go on like I flip.
Woo! You land right on the back of the dragon.
That's exactly where I want to be, Nate. This is my entire idea.
Okay, it was all part of your plan. I think you still have a bonus action left. You know?
Watch this. I drill down with both of my swords with a double attack.
All right.
+9.
Oh.
+9.
Oh no!
Nate, I think he gets sneak attack damage on that. That's all
Yeah,
I'm saying. That came out of nowhere.
Well, if you can hit,
Above him.
There's no idea up there.
He's above the dragon.
you got to hit a 21.
Okay, can I do it? I can't do a lot, can I?
Yeah, you can. You're lucky.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Yeah.
Come on, son.
Ah!
That's not.
Hilarious.
All right.
That's not. Here's the thing I want you to know, Nate. As a goblin, I'm proud to even be on the back of a dragon.
It's true. I don't think
So far from my
right.
goblin brothers and sisters,
so.
and I am happy to die here.
Well, it may be the case. So, Ash, you're up, and you notice. So, as apples shot out of what was the plant, the circle is flickering like crazy. It seems like you've taken down all 4 things, and as you look over there, where's the shit now? It starts to glow red. Whoa, 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 whoa. And then Nova's, and then over at the pylon, is this just down? The rippling energy over the pylon drops. So it looks like the pylon is exposed. And at the same time, you look up at the sky and you see the crack in the sky is starting to get bigger, and it's like hands, skeletal hands, thousands of skeletal hands are starting to sort of reach out from the sky. And you feel like if it breaks open, thousands of skeletons are just going to pour down and blanket the earth in skeletons.
Okay.
So what do you want to do? No pressure.
I'm headed to that. We're beelining, baby. I don't know how I'm getting there, but we're going over there.
Okay, so do you want to go the fast way or the slow?
The fast way.
All right, so
We gotta go.
let's look at what we got here. So you are.
Just get me in range for the boomerang.
How
So here's-
tall are you?
You know what? I'm elf tall.
Are you
That's how tall I am.
like back tall?
Yeah, elf. You've got hill giant strength. You could definitely carry Ash.
Ash. you wanna
Can
run?
So here's the thing. Can I hold my action and hop on Satine
Yes, for
and
sure.
get there the rest of the way?
Yes, because there's a gap. You've got to jump 30 feet, which is beyond your. Unless you want to go through the leech-infested water.
Nah, I'm good.
All right, so
good.
Salome, you want to go?
Yeah.
You're gonna swing by, grab her, throw her up on your back,
Yeah.
and make the jump. And you're raging still, right?
Yeah. And I look up and I go, Apple.
All right, so you swing up. Ash swings with ease up onto your back, nestles onto your back as you leap through the air. You land, and there's still this cloud of spores around this thing. So I want both of you guys to give me a DC 15 Constitution save.
This will be the death of me right here. This is gonna be it.
That's 14.
Oh, okay, I make it.
Okay, so
15 on the dot.
you make it. Salome, you start coughing, and you feel like something is taking root in your lungs, and it seems like things are gonna go downhill very, very quickly for you. You haven't taken any damage yet, but you're just at every step it's becoming harder to breathe, and
Can I raid pop?
you feel like it feels like your lungs are burning and starting to disintegrate from the inside.
Oh my god.
So, do you want to keep moving?
I'm getting Ash there. That
Okay,
is my
so
goal. I'm
every step that you walk, you're gonna take 1 damage, and then 2 damage, and then 4 damage, and then 8 damage, and then 16 damage, and then 32 damage. How much damage can you take before you collapse?
How much damage can we take?
Oh!
Oh! Teamwork makes dream work, baby.
I have 72 hit
That's how heroes work.
That's right. 72 hit points left for me.
If you just want to get me like in this either here or here, I can get there the rest of the way. That way you guys, because Apples is on a dragon right now. I do want to say that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and while I'm raging, I can add 10 feet to my long jump and 3 feet to my high jump.
Hey, don't you get extra hit points in a rage?
Oh. I get all sorts of stuff.
I think you get your.
I get advantage on strength. I get.
Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong. I'm not very smart.
I thought I did, but I guess I can.
If
Can't
you
I, like,
if you take
deflect
half, if Apples
damage?
takes half of it, you could you'd still be standing, right? You have 70 something. It'll probably
But-
take out Apples.
I get resistance to some
Oh, yeah.
damage. Oh no, it's only
It's bludgeoning, piercing, and yeah.
Okay.
This is
My bad.
this is poison.
it's like bludgeon to my lungs.
No, it's poison.
No.
But you could
Nate.
throw her from here potentially.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
chucking her. Yeah, no, that's happening.
Ash, yeah, Amber.
I was wondering, would antitoxin work against that?
Yeah, it probably would.
Cool. As she's running, can I do a sleight of hand for bonus action since we technically rolled the exact same thing?
Yeah, I'll let you do it if you. Well, here's the thing: if you give her the
All right.
antitoxin, yeah, because you're also hasted. Yeah, sure. Give her the antitoxin. For
Sweet,
sure.
let's do it.
All
Bonus action gone, baby.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. All right,
Magic
so you swing that in, so you don't take any damage. Your movement gets you here. Do you want to throw her, Salome?
Oh yeah.
All right, so give me an athletics check. Let's see how far you can throw this elf.
Okay. Plus I'm raging, so I get like a plus. That's all in damage. So, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
18 plus 9.
Woo! 27. All right, so I give you 30 feet. 27 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see. All right, so you hurl Ash here. So Ash, you're midair about
a
here.
question.
What would you like to do? Where's that other fight?
Gotcha, master. My
Um,
question is, I have a long jump. I have a high jump of 15 feet. Can I do like a basketball thing?
Jump up and then throw Ash from.
yeah, can
Yeah.
we do like a cheerleading toss to hand so I get a little height on this bad boy?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
All right, I'll
we're
let you get to
prepping
the edge
1,
of the
2, down, up.
the edge of the tree here. If you give me an acrobatics check, I'll get you to the edge of the tree.
Come on, Ash.
Oh gosh, this has not gone well for me, and I have great athleticism. Bad, you 20. It's a 20.
Woo! All right, you catch the tree.
Oh my god.
What would you like to do?
Can I get up there the rest of the way before this tree turns on me?
Yeah. 1, 2. Make a leap. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Oh my goodness.
So you use your bonus action, use your action, use your move. So you still have one action because of haste, right?
Yep.
So what do you want to do? You're at the pylon.
Guys, it's
Uh-oh.
been great knowing you guys, and Nate knows me very well to know what's about to happen right now. Nate, do you want to tell him or should I?
Well,
What's happening?
Ember's got a bomb. A big bomb.
So
It's like a big
I
round
can't
one.
move anywhere, so I'm taking the hit too, baby. So we're lighting it up. Let's do it.
All right. So you jam the bomb at the base of the thing, similar to you did on Wyverstone Peak, and start setting the fuse. All right. The dragon is gonna take a legendary action. She swoops over, paying no heed to this little tiny goblin on her back.
Can I flip off the dragon? Like, I won't do it on camera, but that's what's happening now.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Stare
just like,
down. I need to get more combat risers. All right, so she's flying straight on in towards you, and she's gonna unleash a breath weapon on you. Give me a 22, a con save of 22.
oh, we're going out with a bang, aren't we?
Oh, no. God.
I asked for it. It's okay. Oh, Nate.
Yes.
Wait, let me see if I can do this. Wait. Don't I have that dodge thing?
Uncanny dodge.
Yes.
Yes,
You have
you can take
evasion.
quarter.
Dodge.
Well, I did not pass it, so I'm taking half.
So you're taking 77, and so what a half of that is 38.
No, Uncanny Dodge doesn't give her the ability to
Oh.
alleviate all.
But she failed. She failed the save.
So I failed to save.
Yeah.
So
So she takes half.
so
Oh
I'll
yes.
do
So
uncanny
half
dodge.
is 77. So 38. 38 poison or necrotic damage. Salome, then Autumn.
I'm dead, so I'm just gonna make a death save right now.
Big money.
'cause I
No.
can't do much else.
Come on, Thad.
Can we even
Hey!
Whew.
That's a success. I have one success.
The warmth of the Feywild flows through you.
no.
Oh. All right, it's the dragon's turn, and she swoops down and is coming at you, Ash, with a pure fury. 2,000 years of anger at elves, all coming out in a.
Oh no.
19. Is a 16 a hit? That's the low roll.
Yep.
Oof, oof, oof. All right, so it's going to be 22 for a claw, 22 for a claw, and 19 for the bite plus 20 necrotic. Woo!
I just like, I'm flipping off the dragon, and I'm like, just chill. And as I like slump over dead.
All right, so she comes swooping down and starts rending you limb from limb.
Oh my god.
What?
And you see that it doesn't look like the bomb is, it's not, the fuse isn't burning.
What?
Apples, what are you gonna do?
I'd like to make a perception check to see if I understand that the bomb's not going.
I think you. 12.
Well, it's +7, so I feel
Yeah,
good
you
about
definitely see it.
Okay.
And you see the dragon is just, it's taking Ash's just viscera, and it's just like feasting on viscera. It's just like small intestines are flapping and you're smacking you in the face. And, like,
I want you to know, I watch him snacking and it makes me hungry. I would like a little piece of that. But before that happens, Nate, I'm going to cast a firebolt and light that. I will light that thing up.
All right. Well, you can definitely. It's inanimate. It's right there.
Okay.
You got. I'll give you advantage on that bad boy.
Okay.
It's a tiny little fuse, but you got advantage.
Okay. So there's 10, and then there is a 8.
Woo! All right.
So that's 23.
All right. You hit the fuse.
As I hit that, Nate, I want you to know something. And I know this is stupid.
It's DnD.
It doesn't matter. I'm going to take a bonus action that I don't possess. I'm going to take both swords and I'm going to try to backstab this dragon. And I want you to know I'm about to get blown up on a dragon. And I understand that. Like,
Okay.
I can take a bonus action and run and jump off. But instead, I'm going to take both swords and try to drag it in.
All right. Well, you.
The commitment. I love it.
Plus 9 to both attacks. Bad.
Thad! Come on, Thad! Give it to him!
Those look like crits to me. I don't know.
I have one. I have
You have
2 more
lucky.
left.
Yeah, use
I'm
your
gonna
luckies.
do- I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna use both luck points, which we both know is completely bullcrap.
No, it's
But I-
real. It's real.
Dad!
Hey! All right.
Hey!
All right, give me your sneak attack damage.
Okay. You're a very generous DM. I appreciate you. I love you.
Well, you're 15 minutes late for your 20th wedding anniversary. I think I can give you that one.
I appreciate that. Plus plus 9. Is that right?
33.
Plus. Oh, 2d. Sorry. Let me just do it here. It's 20 damage. Oh, 28 damage. 28. Sorry, I did it on. D&D Beyond is pretty awesome for that.
Salome is like reaching up, but she's like, "Apples, jump like we practiced."
Apples is like a bloodlust, a mad bloodlust fills his eyes, and he's just like, you know,
My
this
mom
is,
and dad will be so proud.
and so the last thing you guys see is Apples like just frantically like stabbing the back of this thing, and there's a massive cloud of fire, which is then followed by this huge explosion of force damage, which blinds everybody in the everybody is looking blinded. And when your eyes clear, the pylon is no more. Ash has been blown. See a body sinking below the water.
Whatever's left.
Apples, who knows where Apples is flying to? And you see this shadow dragon just circles around. You fools. As it happens, there's a sort of a rippling energy on the portal. Let's just... Deactivate. No, where is it? And the lights start to fire back up on the on this portal. The darkness, the dragon gets sucked back in as the lights seal up forever, trapping her for another 2,000 years in the darkness. Who knows if Apples has lived or died? Who knows if Ash has lived or died? Who knows if Autumn is going to make his last death save? Because we've saved the day for now. The portal in the sky seals up for now. Only Salome is the only one left standing to see it. But it is a glorious sight. You know you will be hailed as heroes in a tavern somewhere. And And until the next Kickstarter, you have saved the day this time.
Awesome.
Did we do the drawing? Oh, let's do a drawing right now. Some lucky winner got to win a rowboat.
Yay!
Rowboat.
Woo! Who is it?
Valorian Scryer.
The Valorian Squire.
Ooh.
What?
Scribe.
Scryer.
Scryer. Ooh, he saw the future. Well, that's we are 20 minutes over time. I'm sorry about that, man. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you for surviving the mix of the Feywild and the Shadowfell and all of our cool lights and dragons and fun. And I can't wait to roll with you guys again. It was such a pleasure.
Thank you, Nate.
Awesome. Thank you for the game, Nate.
Yeah,
It was
amazing
awesome.
job.
And thank you everybody for watching. Our Kickstarter is live until September 2nd, so you can buy everything that you saw on this table here. Except the dragon won't be. She's going to be at the very end if we can get far enough. And everything else we got out there. So thank you. I hope you guys had fun. And man, you guys are so much. These are the best to play with.
You guys are so fun.
Apples forever.
Just chill.
So good.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Good night. And we're gonna do a breakdown of this build on Friday. We're doing it.
Friday?
Cool.
What?
Friday? Sure.
Yeah, Friday afternoon we're going to break down this build. So if you want to see it in full daylight with all the things we did, at some point Friday afternoon we'll post it in our updates, so you guys can see this 4 foot by 4 foot monstrosity. Thank you guys. Thank you everybody. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for watching.
Everyone.
Have a good one. Good night. Dwarven Forge out.
As the brave dwarf army marches upon